Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 132 of From the Sidelines. It's a special one. We got another special friend on the show. But before we get to any of that, guys, we got to bring in our co-hosts. They're here every week on the show. I want to bring them on in nice and quick today because I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's hot as fucking Texas. I don't know where this came from. Stephen Hatch, how hot is it in California right now?
Dude, right now, the weather is insane. The rain is sideways. Trees are blowing everywhere. I don't know what's going on.
Cats and dogs are falling from the sky.
There were fires. Now there's water. What is happening?
Welcome to Trump's America. This is what he did. Yeah. All right, is that what we're going to do now? We're going to blame him for everything? All right. Mm-hmm. Thank you, bud. Brando Baird, our second co-host on the show. How you doing, buddy? I heard you guys were telling me it's pretty windy out there. You guys canceled practice? What happened?
It's stupid windy. Honestly, I'm going to be surprised if the internet or house holds up through this whole show. So if all of a sudden I get cut off, just know, I'm gone with the win.
Brandon, a member of your family could breathe too hard and your internet would disconnect. It's that bad. So it's probably going to happen at some point through the show. So just, stick with us. Technical difficulties. We're dealing with the elements. It is, of course, February, but as I said, it's about 80 degrees here in Texas. So, no, it's not winter anymore.
Wow,
but Guys, I got to tell you about our sponsors before we go any further into the show, because then we'll be able to bring in our special guest for tonight. We've got Liquid IV. If you guys head over to liquidiv.com, use promo code Mafia_Moffitt. You do have to capitalize it now, unfortunately. If you go ahead and do that extra step, you're going to get 20% off and free shipping at Liquid IV. Liquid IV, it's a hydration multiplier. Throw it in your water bottle, throw it in the water at home. It's going to get you hydrated 3 times faster than just water alone. It's got all the nutrients, electrolytes, and vitamins that you need to get you through your day. They've got the regular sugar version. They have a sugar-free formula. They have the immunity-supporting formula. They have the energy formula. A lot of different options over at liquidiv.com, including both the formulas they have and the flavors. So if you want to check any out for yourself, head over to liquidiv.com. Throw some in your cart. Use promo code Mafia_Moffitt. Save 20% off and get free shipping. Next up, we got NECTR.energy, NECTR.energy, the awesome little energy pouch that keeps us picked up with energy on the show. It looks similar to maybe a snus, a Zyn, something of that sort. The big difference is there is no nicotine or tobacco in this product. It is caffeine and a neurotropic. It's great little flavors as well in there. I love the what was it? I just had the can. The Glacier Green. I always want to call it Winter Mint or like Winter Green. That's what it is, but they call it something different. Glacier Green, Berry Blast, another great flavor. This Atomic Apple, we enjoyed that one as well. So yeah, head over to NECTR.energy. Promo code MafiaProductions, just all one word, Mafia Productions. You're gonna need to buy 2, get one free. So throw 3 cans in your cart, try one, and see which flavors you're gonna enjoy over at NECTR.energy. And boys, last but not least, we've got Welts Clothing, weltsclothing.com. I'm actually not wearing any Welts today, so I'm going to need someone on this podcast to fix that. And of course, Brandon is. I knew he would. Property
Came out like Superman right there. You see that?
One of the best apparel companies in paintball. We appreciate the things they do for not only us, but the other Texas paintball teams and everything around in the sport down here. They're some great guys. They also make cool limited edition apparel that drops every first Wednesday of the month, which is Welts Wednesday. So make sure you go check out their website every whenever it's a new month, see what they've got. Sometimes it's hats, sometimes it's shirts, maybe straps, maybe practice jerseys. They do a whole bunch of cool things over at weltsclothing.com. Head over there. Promo code FTS is going to save you a little bit of money at checkout. Make it a little cheaper when you're grabbing stuff from our boys at Welts Clothing. Appreciate them. Last time, weltsclothing.com. All right, Hatch, I'm going to shake it up tonight because usually this is the point where I say, all right, guys, we got a guest, and I do a whole intro. But I'm taking the night off. You're hosting the show.
Here we go.
Do my job.
Big night for me. All right. Gadies and gentlemen, let me just say, I would like to give a nice warm welcome to our Lord and Savior, Papa Sedar. Chris, Shark Rider Sedar, welcome in.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have access to the applause button, so we can't do that for him.
But... Oh, yeah.
Hit it for me.
There we go. I got you guys.
Yeah. All right. So, Sedar, welcome in. You've been on the podcast before. On it for a second time. It's been a long time.
It has.
So, what has changed since then?
Oh, so much.
It's been probably 2 years.
Short-term memory. I just got done rebuilding my computer again. Water cooling. Yikes.
Okay.
See.
The only person I know plays freaking Minecraft on a water-cooled PC. Hardline too, by the way. Let's not get into that, but yeah.
It's too early for Minecraft talk. I don't have a server up. Shoot, I don't know, so much. I got a puppy? Yeah, got a puppy last time. Y'all seen her, she's pretty crazy. This weather's wild, she's not having that. She doesn't like being wet or cold. Or having a rain jacket on, so she really is not like being outside.
Dude, spoiled. Dude, that dog is so spoiled, Sedar. Rain jacket, nice warm coat in the winter. That dog's living large, bro.
Well, before we go any further, guys, I'm gonna step in a little bit here, Hatch. One thing we didn't do with Sedar, we didn't introduce who he was. People who maybe not have seen
dude,
that
you're
podcast,
so right.
which was
You're so
over
right.
2 years ago. Who are you, Papa Sedar? Why are you on the show? Why is your name literally Papa in Riverside? That's all it is. It just says PAPA. It's weird.
I don't know. It's kind of evolved from D3, being the captain of D3, and then over the course of 7 years, just constantly running different variations of a DMG line. I've always kind of taken care of the guys, and it's kind of turned into like I guess a fatherly role, Hatch. He kind of came up with about 3 years ago, and now everybody's calling me Papa. Until I'm being called Caden and then Hatch. So, you know, that happens.
That works. Do you have kids, or have you just adopted kids
Not
for
that
your
I know
paintball
of.
team? Oh,
There
okay.
could be some lying around.
Let's hope not. You have a Latina ex-girlfriend, so that's not going to work out well.
That is true. I was way too early in the show to make that joke. She just gave me a drink, too.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice, dude. Living large, Papa. Getting your
off the
ex-girlfriend to bring
ex-girlfriends.
you what kind of beverage she bring you?
I mean, it's a Kirkland seltzer.
Nice.
He's
nice.
balling on a budget.
You know,
No,
Hey, we
honestly,
all are. We all are.
honestly. So, Kaleo, he turned me on to the high noons. Ironically as fuck, he was hung over at a practice about 2 years ago from him. But he's like, dude, they're so good, you gotta try them. I tried them. They are fantastic. They're probably like right about here. The Kirklands are like right here. The high noons are here.
Dang, above
Yeah.
the high
You know,
noons?
you know which one is
Just
above the Kirklands?
No. Ooh, the Trulies are actually
as
pretty
fuck
good.
seltzers,
Hard
baby.
AF seltzers.
No,
8%
that
seltzer. It
could
tastes
be
like
too
a
much
Jolly
trouble.
Rancher.
Texas, man.
I will say this, Sedar, you haven't tried the new flavor that they have for
Okay.
it. It's like they redid all their flavor formulas. Holy shit, it's good. That's a free promotion. They're not paying us. We just love the company. Shout
Hey,
out
they got rid of
RAF.
pina colada. That's all I ask.
You're the only person who hated that flavor.
And who do they listen to?
All right, true. But they also added in green apple, so it's a good
Ooh,
trade-off.
I gotta try that.
But Papa Sedar, you're a teammate of our boys Steven Hatch and Brando Baird here. You guys, you're running it back next year in semi-pro. For you, looking back at the previous season, obviously our listeners have heard Hatch and Brandon talk about it a billion times. Kind of what's your take on the 2024 season and getting into next year?
Dude, it's just like a learning curve. I mean, it's gonna be our junior season. We've gotten better. Kind of just reflecting every game. It's been close, and honestly, like we've lost most of the games. It hasn't been like we've been beaten. It's been like those mental mistakes, those kind of brain lapse penalties.
For sure.
It's just we're there. Like we're in the fight. It's not easy.
Can you define mental mistake?
What was it? The one game where like tied up. If we win this game, it's going into finals or going into Sunday, and guy comes running down the snake side and just stands there. Everybody turns and starts shooting at him, and we're like, guys, and then boom, the gross overshoot. Well, I don't even remember what it was. It was like an overshooting or a unsportsmanlike. And I got shot out, so I wasn't really helping. But I'm just like, man, that really just happened. Like, damn, that
For
sucks.
sure. And we were literally about to beat the Sea Dogs in 2 seconds, and then
That's what it was.
somehow
Yeah.
we get it. We get an overshooting penalty, which, I mean, bro, like, ain't nobody complaining about overshooting in semi-pro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you are so lame for that, And then, because I get a warning for overshooting, right?
I always say this with divisionals. Fuck off. You're not fucking pro. But semi-pro is where I draw the line, where it's like now you're starting to affect games on players who understand why they're there. Like,
He
I
sold
guarantee you that. Well, and that Sea Dog player, like he knew what was happening. Like he wasn't, like a D5 kid who was all of a sudden like, wow, my God, what's going on? It wasn't that. This is a dude who's played paintball probably 10 years of his life. He understands what's going on.
Yeah, he wasn't running off the field. He stood there in the field of play.
Yeah,
while people are sending directly behind him.
But and that's also why I hate that overshooting throws get they get called, because it's like, really, was that affecting the game at all? Did he have a chance to actually win the game for his team? No. But since he baited a call that is, let's be real, kind of bullshit, he was able to win his team the game. That feels like a very fucked up way to win a game, if you understand what I'm saying. Because it's like, you didn't do anything to beat the other team. You just were able to draw a penalty. Okay, and everyone here kind of knows it's kind of a on the line bullshit kind of penalty. Like, I don't know, man. I get it. We don't want D4, D5 kids teeing off on people, but you gotta let semi-pro open up a little bit. Come on, man.
I agree, right? Especially when it's like that's supposed to be the transition to pro, right? Where it's like that is where there is no line, dude. Go fucking insane. Like you can obviously the line is once you headhunt with Colt, right? That's the line.
True, but I was going to say, it's also supposedly the last year's relegated pro team should be in semi-pro. So you're telling me now they can't play like they did a year ago? Like, it's that never happens because all the teams break up in our sport, but that's what technically
or they get,
by
like,
the rules happens is they go down to a lower spot and one team goes up. So it is always kind of weird for me because semi-pro it always has a mix of those old pro guys who played a season or two, and maybe that situation didn't work out, so they found a different semi-pro team, and I don't know. The overshooting in semi-pro is always a weird one. It's got to be fucking a Debo-esque, teeing off on someone fucking way.
Right?
Like, there's the line. You got to step clearly over the line. If you don't, you're just fucking up the game and, kind of making it unprofessional, in my opinion.
I remember that one clip of Brando when you got a clip of Brando, I think maybe 2 years ago, where we're walking off. He's walking off and he's putting it in slow motion where, dude, no joke, we counted the shots. It was like 28 shots in that slow-mo clip. Yeah, I remember he was like walking out. Maybe it was Verbal. I think Verbal might have posted it.
I was like, because the only one I posted that's that many with you guys involved was the Greenville Growl player that you guys put about 16 on, and that was satisfying. I was happy about that. And same thing. He wasn't a pussy. He was like,
he took it.
He's like, cool. You guys got me. 3
Absolutely.
guns
And you do the same thing to us, right?
Yeah.
I remember which event it was, but Paul would get out to the snake corner and he would just be getting pelted every time from the corner to outside the net, and I'm just like, dude, like trying to clean all his back off, like I just need 8 new pods, like just everything just cooked in his back.
That was against the Misfits, the Vegas Golden Misfits, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marcelo's Golden Children. That's what I call that team.
It was just insane. I'm just like, Paul, there's paint everywhere. I just need all new pods.
Yeah, at one point he's like,
do you have a new pack, gun, hopper, mask? Like,
yeah, at one point he's off in the back. He was the last one alive. It was like a 3-on-1 or something like that, and he gets shot out. He's walking. He's not even in the field of play. Like walking off back towards everyone and like still getting shot. And he kind of like stops and looks at the ref and like throws his hands up like, "You serious?" Yeah.
I was waiting for one to hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, I think we got a warning earlier.
Yeah, we got a warning for overshooting. And like, he goes, really not gonna.
I actually filmed that game. I remember that game because it was at Cup last year. Because that was the one time you guys went through, and then you matched up against the Knights. You guys had fucking played 7 times already that year. So there was already some kind of bad blood, and it was getting spicy quick. And you guys got the warning. And then
they're just annihilating us.
Yeah,
right?
and dude, that's one of those games when you're sitting there as the third party and you're just like, this is stupid. Like, objectively, they're getting pissed on, by 12 extra balls every time they come out of their bunker. And, every time they get a drop, they'll give, 5 or 6 extra one of theirs. This is mutual. Like, it's not, it's not more so on one team, but they kept being like, DMG, you guys are getting crazy over there. And it's like,
and I'm like, bro, what
are we talking about?
What are you, like,
yeah,
bro?
We'll take it. We'll take it and we'll give it. We just,
dude, Paul was
fair.
Call it fair.
I respect to Paul too, because I would have lost my shit, bro.
Paul's a fucking beast.
Dude.
He was frustrated for sure.
Yeah, because I would be too. And look, that's also what they wanted. Yeah, right. I get you, Vegas Golden Knights. I understand what the play was there. Shoot the piss out of people so they lose their mental. That is a way to win paintball games. That is a valid strategy in this game.
No, I remember we were playing Dynamic, and this is when Jet, right? This is when I honestly was like, man, Jet's kind of a piece of shit, right? From Dynamic. He plays on Shock Semi-Pro now, right? So the snake corner ref, right? Paul's walking into the net, right? The ref is looking left, so the ref is not looking at Jet in the snake corner. Jet turns his gun while Paul is going into the pits and just starts roasting him in the back of the head. And I am like, bro, what? And then we get in trouble for a 2 extra balls, which is insane.
You guys they see the retaliation, which
yeah,
everyone in the pit saw.
It's
that.
the older
you guys
brother
were like,
sibling.
Fuck that, we're gonna go kill them, kill these guys, and then they're just all the refs see is like, why is DMG freaking out right now? And it's like, well, they have a valid reason, but
and it's like that ref right there was like just making such horrible fucking calls. I remember it so vividly.
I was gonna say there's one time on the pro field that overshooting stands out to me. The only time it stood out to me, it was fuck, sorry, brother. I think it was O'Mara. It was one of the Revo guys. I know for a fact it was a Revo
Ronnie?
player.
The Ronnie one?
No, not the Ronnie one. 'Cause that was Ronnie doing it to O'Mara. That was just a paintball play.
Okay.
The one that I saw and I was a little kind of pissed off about, it was against Dynasty. Obviously, in Dynasty's peak, everyone wants to shit on Dynasty. O'Mara, he fucked up Ryan in the snake. He had a good shot on him. He was feeling himself, walking him off the field into the sidelines, just ripping up all the media around him and Ryan. And it's like, okay, that's fine. The part where I was kind of like, fuck you, dude, Ryan opens the net and is walking into the pits, and O'Mara is just laning into the pits. I see paint going through the net into the pits, and that's when I was like, bro, fucking chill. Like, it's not worth taking someone's eye out so you can get 3 extra balls into Greenspan because that was the one time you eliminated him all season. Like, just, yeah, that was the only time on the pro field I've been like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, now you're going into people who don't have masks on. That's not cool.
Right, at that point, that's where it's like that's where it's like the malicious intent, right? Where it's like true malicious intent. Me just bunkering a guy and shooting him in the back of the head like 3 times, but that's not malicious intent. He would have done it to me.
True, but like you could also say there's malicious intent in like Dylan and GC, but like they're also dudes who understand how to get that shit out and just leave it there. And like, okay, cool. You agreed to that. I agreed to that. We fought. We fought with our markers. Fair.
I will say Hatch has gotten way better. In practice, I'll see him like go get a guy, and he's like, to the loader, and then go to the head, and then go back down to the body, and then be like, no.
I remember there was this one, bro, where I might have told this story on the podcast recently, but I run a guy down, and I have his whole back, and I go, hey, and then he turns his face, and I go, boom, and just blast him right as soon as he looked at me, right?
That's fun. I do, hey, and I look, credit to where credit's due. Everyone's been, bad talking A-Rod during this whole, not A-Rod, sorry, Mouse during this whole offseason, talking about, changing teams and all this. I have one specific clip in my memory where he came around the snake on a guy, had his full back, the opposing player was shooting the inside. He could have put 6 into the back of his head. He just slightly drops his gun, puts it into the back of his shoulder blades, and keeps going. And I was like, okay, Mouse. Like,
nice
there you
guy.
Go. That's a little respectful paintball right there. Like, he could have put it on him, but he was like, nope, I'll just go and keep going.
Absolutely. Mouse is a top-tier player. And honestly, dude, I was looking forward to I was looking forward to him being on Impact because I was like, sheesh, hell yeah, better reps for me, baby, right? And now we got to play.
You just wanted to play him in practice. That's all it was.
Well, dude, I mean, that makes me better, right?
Yeah, fair
Wait,
enough.
did Dave know that tell Mouse that Logan's no longer at the field?
Honestly,
maybe he got scared
that
off.
might be why Mouse didn't come back. Yeah.
Holy shit, bro! He's like, damn, I got to dish out a fucking $1,700 gun. Marker.
Never came true is crazy. People don't even know what we're talking about. That's how long ago it was.
Right. So absolutely, I'll tell the story really quick, just so it's going by real quick.
Yeah, in quick because some
so
people probably do.
When we were 2021 World Cup Finals, we're playing Carolina Crisis. Mouse bet against us. Mouse bet against us in the finals and told us that he bet against us. And Logan's like, all right, well, if we win, give me your acid wash CS. I think it was a CS2 at the time. Like, it was purple and black. And he's like, sure as shit, shook on it. And now sure as shit, we win. Where's Mouse?
It's been 3 years.
To be seen. Nowhere to be seen. And I'm just like, damn, interesting, Mouse. All right, I didn't know that was the kind of guy you were.
Yeah,
right?
no, I mean, I remember you guys were talking a lot about that, like the start of the 2022 season.
I think
but,
I think Mouse was realistically trying to buy out Logan with Tigerwear, trying to.
He did,
Logan was a legitimate Tigerwear sponsored athlete, and I think he was trying to offset the cost.
Yeah, I think Logan did get like $500 with Tigerwear for free, so you know, I mean, something came out of it.
Absolutely, and that is a funny story, and man, dude, okay, great segue, Papa, walk me through that World Cup winning.
Sorry, hey, Hatch, it's not a segue if you just like stop talking and go to the next topic, brother.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It's my first time hosting. I'm nervous, dude. I'm sweating. My balls are sweaty.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
I got my vomit on my spaghetti already, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
He couldn't even remember the Eminem song. That's crazy.
No. So, Papa, tell us, what is it like running a team?
I don't like the Papa name. Can I just put that out there?
That's fine.
Gonna
you
say
can always
that.
see it. That's cool.
I will forever call him Papa. But hey,
that's
Papa
because you
Sedar.
don't have a dad, Hatch.
Hey, it's not my fault, bro.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, I can't argue that.
What do you want me to do about that?
That's all right.
You know?
Touche.
Okay, Papa, question. What is it like running a team with two goobers like Brando and I on it?
I mean, honestly, it's gotten a lot better.
Let's go.
I feel like I'm letting you guys grow. Not so much Brando. Brando's pretty much an adult. Hatch.
Every week. Brandon is only a couple years older than me. This man's got a wife. He's got a career. Like, I feel like this man's 45 at times. So yeah.
So last season, I was like trying to like divvy up some of the roles because everybody's like, yo, like Sedar or Papa, like what we doing? Doing this, and I'm like, it became a lot. Like it's a lot, kind of herding cats in the rain. And so last season I put Hatch in charge of food, and was it Vegas?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I've never heard this. All right.
I was on a bad roll.
All right. So, what did Hatch fuck up?
Night one, we're like, oh, let's do hibachi, and we're like, all right, cool, let's do hibachi. Keep in mind, there's like 16 of us, so he calls us hibachi place, and they're like, yeah, we could fit 16 at 8, and I'm like, all right, cool. And so we all get there. It's on the other side of Vegas, which isn't fine. We got cars, stuff like that. We get there at 8, and they look surprised to see how many people there are. And I'm like,
I called and told them.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. He's like, I told them. And they sit us down, and we took like 2 full tables, like the whole middle section. And we didn't eat till like 10 o'clock. Like, Michelle was landing at like 9:45. We're like, we have to go and pick up Michelle. And then I think somehow she like Ubered there. But then, yeah. So that was kind of crazy. And he goes, okay, sorry about that, Papa. I'll do better next time. And I'm like, all right, dude, all good. We ate, we got food. Next time he goes, that night 2.
They closed at 9, and we
they closed at 9. That was the weirdest thing. So we ate like at a closed restaurant. It was good food. It was cool. But the next place, it was like a what? It was like not a Korean barbecue.
No, it was a like a curry ramen place.
Yeah, and so that one.
You guys make some interesting choices when you're about to be in a field the next day.
I was trying, bro. I was trying.
So now we're like 20 deep, and we roll into this restaurant, and they were also not prepared. There was like a family of like 4. There was like a family of 4 eating. There was like somebody like going like their formal.
Sorry, Sedar. I want to hear these phone calls, because what did you tell them, Hatch? Like, how much information
you guys serve food?
You know?
I go. I actually remember, because the first time, the one for hibachi, I was with Brando. I gave Brando my phone, and Brando actually called.
Yeah,
right? Because I was cheering. Right, I was cheering for the D4 team. I'm like, hold on, take my phone, Brando, and then I procrastinated. Right, you know me.
Okay, so I believe that one. What happened on the second place?
The second one, I call, and I'm like, hey, we have 18 people. Can you fit us? And they go, let me put you on hold.
No,
and
they go, yes, sir, we will do the necessary to fit you into our restaurant tonight.
Dude, let me tell you, they were all Asian. They were all Asian.
Oh, damn.
None of them were actually Indian.
That was wrong.
Right? Maybe Korean. And like after maybe 10 minutes of being on
Brandon,
hold.
can we get a racist Korean accent?
Yeah.
I don't know one of those myself, so.
Oh, you are here for.
Oh, he really went for it. He went for it. I love that. I respect it. Good job, Brando. Sorry, Hatch. But yeah, so you guys roll up into this place.
Right, so, okay, I'm on hold for 10 minutes. They call, and they're like, yes, we can take all 18 of you. And I remember them saying that. They're like, 18. They repeated the number back to me. And we go in, bro, this place is like a fucking ma and pa shop where it's like we ourselves are maxing out the entire restaurant, like whole room occupancy.
It's an
type
18
shit.
top facility, and you guys are taking
Basically.
all 18 tops.
Yeah, and we took all 18. There was maybe like
That's
one other family in the
restaurant
corner.
slang for seats where you can fit people. It's called a top. So a table that you can fit 4 people is called a 4 top. There you go. Useless information.
Nice. Perfect. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. So we get there, and oh man, fuck. Do I really like go into the story like in depth?
Maybe some of the stories we save for the post.
Yep.
Okay. We'll do that one for the
God,
post
we
show.
got
Put it behind the paywall
already. We're 30
That
minutes
one's
in, boys.
that one will actually get me in trouble.
All right, well, if you're new here, we're going to tell that story on the post show, which is on Patreon only. It's behind a paywall. You got to pay for it. But that's when we get to say stuff like this and have extra content every week. So, yeah, go check it out.
A tidbit, we learned that Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T all have different response times in a group chat text.
For sure. For sure.
All right, we're going to stop talking about this and talk about it in the post show, boys, because you may be admitting to crimes on YouTube.
You got
Absolutely.
teaser.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
another way that another question to segue off of that. Okay, what is the craziest story seeder that you have from DMG?
Oh man. Now that there's like so many, I'm just trying to think of like what would be crazy. Like, I mean, I guess constantly riding in a U-Haul. I mean, constantly
brother.
providing
Yeah,
enough
Cedar,
people
I think
to have
you need
a
to
seat
explain
in a
this.
U-Haul.
Yeah, I think you need to explain this because what DMG does to rent cars at events, you're the only team I know that does it, and it's ridiculous. So please,
I've seen others do it.
It's catching on. It is catching on.
That's
It's-
not a good thing. It's not
Yeah,
a good
it
thing.
is.
It's debatable.
Well, explain to our audience so they can make up their minds.
So, it all started in like 2018 when we're all broke as shit trying to figure out how we're going to be driving around vehicles. And for $20 a day, you can get a U-Haul. And those minivans can fit a lot more than just paintball gear. So we would get 2 drivers and 2 minivans. One for gear, one for people. And that's how we operated for 6+ years.
So
it works
essentially,
out.
every time you guys drive at a paintball event, it's in a car that is not meant for passengers with no airbags or seatbelts
No,
or
not
safety
at all.
equipment
It is
or
just
just
for
anything.
gear.
And there's times when people are in there with their gear getting thrown around because I've heard and seen videos of that happening.
Whoa,
so,
let me just say.
Whoa, is there
how
proof?
the fuck is
Allegedly.
DMG alive?
Allegedly. Thank you,
This
Papa.
is-
Thank you.
I've
Allegedly.
seen the video. I've seen the
Allegedly.
evidence.
Honestly, dude, AI is getting so good. What do you even
Yeah, dude.
How
I've
do you
seen
even
some
know,
of those
bro?
clips.
And
Yeah.
my favorite story that I've heard from a DMG U-Haul experience was the time it was either Logan or Micah, I can't remember who. They popped up out of the U-Haul to look through the back window, and who do they see? Little Tom Cole standing right there in front of them. They give a nice wave, and then you guys drive away. How you guys didn't get banned from a paintball tournament, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't understand the U-Haul thing. I'm just going to be honest.
I'm more surprised how we don't have a sponsor by them.
Dude, you are so right, bro.
Because what you're doing is actually technically illegal.
Oh,
No, that's what I'm saying, allegedly.
allegedly. So, if U-Haul, if you're listening to this, you could allegedly sponsor us. We would appreciate it.
No, you can legitimately sponsor us. But allegedly
Hertz
things
money?
happened.
I
Maybe
do.
we get like an
oh.
enterprise, you know, or some Hertz.
That would be
maybe
nice.
an Alamo.
Well, we
budget.
You fit a lot more in U-Haul.
We hit.
really
we
do.
use-
I can't
we
think
use
of
the
any more
Hertz for
fucking
the
rental car
ladies.
companies.
The ladies get the cars. You know, we treat the ladies right. They get to ride
They get
safely.
the
So that
seatbelts.
so
Alright,
they
I
get
like
the Hertz
that, yeah.
rental car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's true men shit, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
absolutely.
U-Haul does
We're gonna
get to
die.
150%
The females will be
humidity.
okay.
Especially in Florida.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
my
other thing.
gets
How
God.
has
rough.
there not been like a heat stroke? Like, how have we not had a heat
There
exhaustion
probably
event?
has.
Dude, there have without a doubt been times where I have had like sweat dripping down my arms
It's
like
a
sitting in there.
sauna in there, essentially, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just
Like-
greenhouse effect taking place, just getting hot as hell.
Yeah, but after like you get back from the field, you're already kind of like hallucinating and like dehydrated. So like you really don't tell.
Cedar is definitely one of those guys that is at the field for like 16 hours at events.
I feel that, Sedar. Quick question, because I need to do some math in my head and put 2 and 2 together. Did you guys rent U-Hauls at the Texas event last year?
100%.
Yeah, we did. We read one. And then
How
we
did
had
Hatch
another
get
rental car.
home?
What are we talking about?
Was it in one of the rental cars?
After
Because
Sunday?
Oh,
if he was
Wait,
in a
which one?
U-Haul, it would have been a spinal injury. Like,
no. So the U-Haul was how the Geo 4 case got bent.
Oh.
So Hatch was with me
Yep.
and Marv, and I think also Brando. My
No, we
wife
had
got
Caden.
separated in the U-Haul.
we had
so
we had Caden.
we had Caden.
wasn't there.
That was
I'm
that was
just
wild.
glad to hear that. Again, if you guys don't know the story, Hatch decided to drink about 4 or 5 hard AF seltzers at Texas last year. It's the drunkest I've ever seen this man in my life, and it makes me very happy. He looks like he had a great time.
I don't know how he got home.
So that's why I was just like, how did
I
he
don't know
get
how I
home?
got
Did
home
he
either.
survive in the back of a U-Haul getting rolled around like fucking...
Dude, was that just Lastro? Was that just
What?
was that just Lastro and not me? Did you guys pick Lastro up and I was just so drunk that I forgot?
No,
he's
he
the
definitely
same.
brought you back to the hotel
He's
because
actually
you
like
kicked
the
me out of
size
the
of a
room.
man.
Hey, chill out,
Yeah, no,
bro.
he kicked me out of the room because he's like in bed, and he's like in like his covers, and he's like, "Hey, Papa, I gotta go throw up," and I'm like, "All right, deuces, I'm out," and I like run out of the hotel room.
Yeah.
You're
And-
a great friend, Cedar. Not a... All right, let's get you
Nah,
to the toilet, man.
everybody
Just,
knows.
good luck,
Everybody
buddy.
knows.
See ya.
First date, I'm out with my wife. I'm like, "Hey, if you need a guy that's gonna hold your hair back when you're throwing up, I'm not gonna be that guy. We just need to end it right now. I cannot do that. Everything else, I'm fine. I won't be able to hold your hair."
At least he's honest, you know?
And
I
that's
respect
8
that.
year ago, and now she's my wife. So
Nice.
be honest, people.
So, fellas, set the
Never-
expectations.
Absolutely, dude. Like one thing. Okay, dude. Great point. One thing I made sure with my
Brandon.
I made sure with my girlfriend is I told her, if you ever make me choose between paintball and you are not gonna like the answer. Right? And I let her know.
Funny,
early.
I feel like a lot of men say that over the years, and few of them stand by it. Some of them do. Hatch is one of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not. But there's a lot of men who say that sentence, and 12 months later, they're like, well, I'm selling my gear because the missus wants another kid. It's like, I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. Honestly, I think if I ever did come down to where it's like I couldn't play paintball, dude, I would still somehow be around it.
Dude, they got wheelchairs. I've seen it.
Yeah, those wheelchairs are sick, too. They got the tank treads on them. They used to have them at Living Legends. That's where I'd see them a couple times.
That's how I know them. I wish I could
Yeah.
remember the company's name, but yeah, they're fucking sick.
That
And
is
it's a great
Cedar,
company. They
what?
give those away.
Question, Cedar. Which Living Legends did you go to? Because you used to live around CPX, like, back in the day.
I just
that's a
saw
great
that.
story.
Yeah. I just saw my living. I still have my little name card.
That's actually so sick.
I think it was 9. I don't think we made it to 10. But
Okay.
yeah, that
Do you remember
is
the year? I can't remember the years, like the numbers.
2014? Because I moved out here in 2015, so it had to be 2014.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
a little
that
bit
was-
after the the 2012. I remember 2011 and 2012s being
Those years were
absolutely
lit.
massive. Like
Yeah.
and they
Bikini
had,
contest.
I can
they
find
had the
myself
bikini
in
contest,
a video.
Yep.
Oh, on the
Did
video.
they have one at 14 too?
Yes. So
Dude, 8K
I've
used
got
to
a
do shit.
I've got a story about that one. So the shoot and paint guy, I can't remember the
Shoot
name.
and paint.
Yes. So I
Copyright.
was a CPX
All we
factory
do.
sponsor team with Chicago Warped, and so part of that is we were setting up the stage, and we're like building the lights and all the set list. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a gopher. Like, whatever. I'll do what I'm told. And so we're putting and screwing these lights up, and this dude comes up, and he's like all tattooed, and he's like, yo, like, when am I gonna do like mic check? And we're like, mic check? Like, I thought we were just some just drunk dude just like chilling from the crowd that like came up and saw that. I was like, no, like, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer. And I'm like looking over to, I think it was like my captain at the time, like, hey, like, who is this guy? Like, you gonna talk to him? He's like, yeah, I'll talk to him. And like he like does like, hey buddy, like come on,
Let's be real.
let's go over
Cedar,
here.
you were thinking in your head, get this crack addict away from me.
Kinda, yeah. I'm like, who's this drunk guy?
I knew it.
And so he's like, all right, come on, buddy, let's go
Goddamn
talk.
Fucking
Donkey.
crackheads, god damn it.
And then like fast forward that night, we got like the DJ going. They like, interview like or not like interview, but they like, introduce this guy, and they're like, and you all know him, and he's like say his name, and he comes up, and I'm like, oh, it's the same dude. Oh shit, he was somebody. My bad.
And then you
Like,
started
I
singing.
don't know any better.
And then you started singing "Shooting Paint."
And he started singing "Shooting Paint." And the thing that got me, everybody in the crowd knew the song. And I'm like, damn.
Shooting paint.
Like, I've never heard this
All we
before.
do is just
shooting
in pain.
Dude, I love that
We're
song,
gonna get a
dude.
copyright strike, bro. We can't keep that up. That was too
I
good,
agree.
man.
I agree. We do got to sing out of key, like maybe like one octave lower.
All right, I'll harmonize with you. I'll go high. So
Yeah. We got to do reverb, so it's just as different.
fuck. I can set that up. I don't want to deal with it right now. But fucking yeah, dude. Living Legends was, if you were in paintball during like the early 2010s, it was the biggest and coolest like non-tournament event of the year. So that's really cool that you got to go to one of those.
Did you slap the stick?
Oh, fuck yeah. That was actually, dude, that was one of the biggest things. So
How
I
much you get
got
fucked up?
so bad. Like, there's, oh man, fuck. Trying to like build the hype on this. I can't remember, I think it was Steve, is the owner of CPX. And before it even starts, he goes, hey guys, I'm glad to see everybody, blah, blah, blah. He has a spiel. He's like, please don't post photos of your welts from slapping the stick. We all know that we want to, but people are going to look at paintball, and this is what's going to pop up, and they're not going to want to play.
This was right after HK Cassidy posted the video of the dude going up to slap it, and his mask comes off, and meanwhile he's got 400
I was there.
paintballs coming in.
I was there.
Was it 2014? I thought that was earlier.
That had to have been. Because, or I mean, at least somebody else did that, and I was like right behind the beam because I was running up to do it.
I mean, that could make sense just because it probably happens a lot with dudes running up there. But yeah, there was a big clip in Cassidy's video of Living Legends, and like clear as day, you see this dude's whole face is just paint is hitting all around him, and it's like, that's a little scary.
Dude, the reffing in there is fantastic. There's like 6 to 8 guys just standing just below. Just guys getting shot in the face.
Whoa. Whenever I just, it's not the fact that he lost his mask that's funny. That's not funny at all. That's serious. Very serious.
I'm honestly
Very
confused.
serious.
I don't know. I didn't make a joke there.
Just the way I'm just picturing him like slow motion, like Tropic Thunder, like the first 30 seconds of Tropic.
Oh, dude, the Amber face?
Okay,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Reference, I get it.
Like, and he's just getting. That's like
My
what I'm
camera's
picturing in my
overheating.
mind.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, they did it so well. There was just literally 4 refs immediately, like right on either side of the beam, right by there, so 2 could at any 1 second jump on top of them.
God,
and that's
how
what
much
happened.
did they get fucked up?
So
Yeah,
fucking much.
you think they
they
were
had
chainmail?
like, yeah, they had like motocross like chest protectors on. Like, dude, you're getting fucking wrecked.
I still wouldn't
that's-
even want to do it.
That's the one time you see a ref with a shield, and you're like, I get it, bro. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
I gave my gun. I'm like, I'm going. I'm out of air. I'm out of paint. Like, let's go. And I'm like sprinting up. I'm like, slam. I don't think I hit it. I think I like missed because you just, dude. There's like a 6-foot gap, and there's fucking like 10,000 rounds just flying over. Like no one's even aiming.
Because there's probably a lot of people in our audience who've never seen the final battle at Living Legends. You need to set the scene because holy, it's different. It is one of the most craziest final games of paintball I've ever seen.
All right. So the town is called Bedlam. It's like a legitimate city block. Buildings and all included.
Oh, Woody's gamertag got shot in the face on that map, actually.
You did? Okay.
Pussy.
And
he didn't wear a headband. Don't wear high fours without a headband, kids.
Oh my god.
And it is legitimately 2,000 on 2,000. Like, you are stacked nuts to butts for a good 50 yards, 150, 200 yards away from the center line. And they hit with an air horn. Some people just sprint. Some of the older guys just stand there. And there's so much paint just constantly in the air. Like, you're lobbing artillery at like a 45-degree angle.
Because you said like it's like 150 feet from like, you know, the edge or like the end to the center, but it's only maybe 100 feet wide. Like, it is a very narrow and
very
tight
wide
map. And so essentially you're putting 4,000 markers within 100 square feet of each other,
4,000
and it's
people.
just
Some people are dual wielding.
Okay,
Like,
You are so right about
forgot
that.
There were two dudes that posted up like foldy chairs in the middle of the city, and they're like loader hopping and swapping air tanks to just keep on shooting.
That's gonna be us.
Like, that was insane.
Yeah, just grab the pod caddy, bring that out with you,
And
and then
then
just. You guys
oh,
having a good day?
let me
This is
new
fun time.
tank.
Oh, you need a tank? All right, yeah, we got another one back there.
You got a new
that's
bottle.
so that's the level, and I'm like, all right, cool. I got like my full 12 pack. Like, I shoot my hopper, my pack. I'm out of air. I like, without thinking of it, I'm like, I'm hitting the stick. I like throw my gun to my marker, to one of my buddies, and I just start sprinting up there, and I'm like ducking and dodging and weaving, cause like you can't get hit beforehand. It's cheating.
Yeah,
And then I'm like right at one of the hyperballs, and we're like, you're that close, you're stacked 7-8 people deep, just laying down. Like,
Just
your
trying to
bunker,
get your cover. Like, it's
yeah, your
fine.
cover is the two guys in front of you. And
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
feel like
hey,
it-
man,
it's
I'm
like a hill,
good to go.
right? Where it's like
What?
the slapstick is at the top of the
Yeah,
hill,
so it's,
right?
so sorry, to go back, there's this like 6-foot berm that's across the whole like 50-yard line. It really separates two fields, but they take the whole net down to prepare the field and everything like that. And it's like a single stick post, and at the time they've adjusted the slapstick a couple of variations, but at that time it was a cross T of like PVC. So like the vertical line was the team that was getting points, and the horizontal was the line that weren't, and it was red and blue. And so you would hit it, and it doesn't necessarily like click click click. It's like
Like
lottery
Wheel of
system,
Fortune.
like find
Yeah.
out who's
The
getting the
amount of
points.
times I would see someone go up there, slap it, and then at the end it would just end up on the other team's side, and it's like,
It's
oh,
like,
that's
oh,
all
That's
for
so
shit.
nothing.
disheartening.
And,
Who else
and
is
so
gonna
you,
do it?
And you're not like running up there like goink. You're
It's not a
super-
control,
Yeah.
like you have time to run up and twist
No.
it. It's one
No,
motion
you are
dive.
dolphin
You-
diving.
You convince the 10 guys next to you to convince the 10 guys next to them to, in 2 seconds, hope that they all stand up and just shoot, because you run, and then it's a wall of people, and you just, and just like dive and hope that you hit it, and you just full Superman into like the midair, like right on the ground, like
It's where
body
boys became
slam.
men in the fucking
Yeah,
trenches
and-
of living legends, man.
In like, time slows down. Like, you have so much adrenaline going. Like, I swear I saw a little kid go, as I'm like jumping on the other
Call
side.
my name, it's like a little prayer. Oh, that's
And
fucking
you
amazing.
don't feel the hits when you're in the air. Now you land, and then you feel every single one of them. And you just like tuck, and you just try and roll, hopefully on your side. And yeah, to the rest credits, they're just amazing at being able to like jump on somebody so fast, because there's literally no time. And when right when I was like laying down, a guy just lost his mask, and in the set like a half a second from hearing blind man, fucking 4,000 people, guns down. Everyone's like, oh, is he okay? Is he okay? Like, I didn't shoot anything. Is he okay? And everybody's immediately worried. And
That's
then
awesome.
they'll be like, all right, we're good. I'm like, sick! And everyone starts shooting again. So it's just crazy to like, just 2,000 people just stop shooting in a second. It's insane.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I found the HK video. I'm trying to find the timestamp for you guys. It was Living Legends 7 that the video came out. This video's got
The blue
350,000
bikini
views
with
on
the
it.
yellow strap.
Blue
What?
bikini.
So the blue bikini with the yellow strap, that was the year that I was there. I was actually
Okay.
on stage, so I
Blue
wouldn't be in the
bikini.
crowd.
Oh, okay. I just found the. I didn't know if there's multiple ones. I'm trying to like scrub through it and see if I can find the dive. But of course, there's fucking huge EDM
Is
going
it with
off in my
the? I
ears.
say with the panda. If there's
Oh,
one
hey,
with the
there's both.
panda and a football
Panda.
player.
I
Yep, a
don't
guy
know
had a
what
football
you're
Oh, it's
saying.
like a guy
I don't
wearing, like, a
know
panda
enough.
suit,
I'm
right?
scrubbing
Yup.
through it.
Yeah, you know,
Papa
I don't
Lore go
remember
crazy.
a panda suit.
Yeah, he just stood there and was like, oh, just getting
Six.
pelted, and it was super funny because like you can see him hit and bounce right off.
You know, one of the funniest quotes that I've ever heard is because every once in a while at Capital Edge.
Found it. All right, Living Legends 6 x HK Army, not 7. So 4.7 million views on this one. Time code
This is the one with Damian Ryan as the thumbnail, right?
58 seconds in. I can't see the thumbnail right now. 58 seconds in or 56.
I was wearing
the guy
some
runs
white
up there.
events.
And dude, there's literally 120 different paintballs flying through the air during the shot, and it's in slow-mo. It's crazy. Yeah, if you want to see the context of what we're talking about, HK Army YouTube channel, Living Legends 6 HK Army, that's the name of the video. 58 seconds in, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to find some context of what the final battle looks like, because it's one of those things that it's hard to imagine fully. Like, you need to see the fucking craziness that is going on there.
I still show people these when they start asking about paintball. Like, I wish I went to one, but goddamn, this is crazy.
Brandon, you and me both wish we went to one for different reasons. It's not even for paintball.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wish you got to like videotape it, Ryan?
No, I wish I went and got to go meet fucking Kyle and Woody and Taylor and fucking all the dudes I've looked up to since I was 12 years old.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
just so
I did
happened
meet
to be
Greg
at the
Hastings
event.
there. That was sick.
Greg Hastings himself?
Again, don't give a fuck about Greg Hastings. Not the guy I care about at this event.
I thought it was amazing.
Greg, dude.
He's no
the
FTS
backstory-
Russia.
Yeah, FTS Russia. So PKA actually attended Living Legends. They actually had a sponsorship with HK Army. So back when, I was just getting into paintball and watching all the gaming content stuff, seeing PKA out there was really cool. That was the first time I ever saw Marky with his fucking huge, mustache back in the day. And yeah, but yeah, those contacts fell through. I would definitely ask Mark about that now, but can't. So you can't touch paintball markers. That's what I'm saying. FTS Russia is a felon. It's a whole thing. Don't look into it.
Yeah, yeah. Really quick about that
Order
shit,
stuff
Ryan.
in the mail.
Yeah, I heard they started using Taylor said fucking the aughts. That pissed me off.
Let's go.
He said that.
I told you. I'm
damn
telling
it,
you, it's a
dude.
real thing. We said it a couple shows ago. You guys attacked me for saying odd 8. It's a real thing. Odd 8's a real thing. That's how you say the 2000s. I will stand by that. I will die.
What about
by
you,
that.
Papa? Where are you?
I graduated 08.
Oh, shit. Like from kindergarten?
Yeah, but I'm
Sure,
from
if that makes you feel
California
better,
people.
you know?
guys don't know how to use the English that we use down here in Texas. I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, we just made it better. We're making it better. We don't.
Well,
not using all that.
some. All right, you can think that. That's cool.
Wow. Ryan goes and shoots guns, and now he's a Texas boy officially.
I think that's actually part of the
I started
requirement.
like how
playing
you
Texas the second I moved down here. Let's not get that confused at all. All right, I waited about 24 hours, so I'm gonna put that out there straight up.
Just airplane pop, like, are we in Texas yet?
In the airplane. Yeah, that's actually why I couldn't do a show the first week. I was being detained. It's a whole thing. We're still working on the legal battles.
Okay, so real quick, just to round back and finish off on the Living Legends. One of my favorite Sedar quotes is whenever we see a kid running a gauntlet, right, for like his birthday or some shit, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to run a gauntlet?" Sedar's like, "I survived Living Legends, kid," and he goes, "I slapped a stick," and that is one of my most favorite Sedar quotes that I've ever heard. Because
I feel that too. Like,
what's your thing, Sedar? You try not to participate in gauntlets, right?
I really don't. Unless I know the person, like, or I'll be like, boop, boop, boop. Like, I just like, eh.
I think, there's two different reasons to run them. If you're running like a birthday one or something as like a funny, celebration moment, okay, that's fine. If it's a punishment one, then that's a different thing. Then it's like, all right, we're gonna fucking rip the shit out of you. You fuck something up, and now you got to get shot 40 times for it. But I will say this: I kind of feel that same thing with the gauntlet shit. I'd never want to run one. I've already fucking sat on sidelines and gotten the piss shot out of me. I'm good. Like,
We've run
I
laps
don't need
during
more of that.
points.
Yeah, there have been.
Jim's
yeah.
like, run a lap. I'm like, okay.
There's like a D5 team playing, and they are just annihilating us, bro. Because like they're just
Dude,
seeing
they'll
us.
shoot a movement.
Yeah, they'll shoot a movement, right? They see us
They're
come
like,
out
kill
of
one
the
on the
Doritos,
right.
and then they
Kill
just
one
start
on the left.
smoking us. But
It's the
yeah,
same guy running.
shout out to Chim with that, keeping us, making sure that we realize that paintballs do not hurt. That's one way to realize it quick.
Paintballs hurt, bro. It's okay. Like,
No,
I'll admit
no.
that. It's cool. Paintballs hurt.
Paintballs hurt when you're not playing,
Yeah, for sure. The
Like what?
unexpected paintball hurts.
dude. when I was reffing and I got hit, dude, I could have sworn, bro, I was getting spinal tapped, bro. Dude, any harder, I'm in a wheelchair, bro. I shit you not, it hurt that bad. I was like, oh, and I fell to the ground. It hurt that bad.
Dude, some of the reffing layouts, one of the samples, I got Nick, one of like these new guys that's coming in from D3. I hear, and then I look over, he's down. I walk into Micah, and hear, and I look, and he's down, and I'm like, I'm gonna need some backup. And I'm just like protecting my nuts, trying to cover 3 different zones.
Yeah, it's rule number 1. Always make sure your nuts are good. I don't care about the shot. I don't care about making y'all look good. I care about making sure I don't get shot in the fucking dick.
Absolutely. Dude, you know, one thing, I just remember that clip that is so fucking funny when Sam Monville slid into like the god. And just
Oh yeah, the
boink!
Yosh caught and just dude, 1 in a million shot right in my fucking Adam's apple, and I was like, oh.
Ryan goes, fuck!
Yeah, dude, it was, oh my God.
I think Ryan goes, dude, what the fuck? He was like, dude, because that shit right in the moment, bro, I've been pissed. Because that's close. That's close.
It was literally one of those things where it hit right perfectly directly into my Adam's apple, and I was, oh God, it wasn't even necessarily that it hurt. I was just so caught off guard. I was just like, how'd I get shot right there? Yeah, that was a brilliant video, Yosh. Good shit, bro.
I love that one, dude. We should have him repost
I do, and I gotta say this. Shout out fucking All in Media, Samuel Bennett, instantly looked over at me and was like, oh, you good, man? That's a good friend right there, you know? Yosh turned his camera and filmed me, but Sam checked in on me, so shout out All in Media.
I love Sam Bennett. I love that guy. Me and him go way back.
Since we're talking about him,
he was at esports.
Sam Bennett, he fucking shot Call of Duty's Major 1. He went to Spain and had a media pass to shoot fucking professional esports. We fucking love that.
So sick, bro. Good for him, bro.
And I don't know. I have to make up my mind. The next Call of Duty Major takes place at the same time as the first USXPL, and it's like, fuck. They're both in Dallas. Maybe I could go to one for a day. I don't know. We'll try to make it happen. I love COD esports.
How about
I'd love
you
to actually go to
buy
one live.
How about you buy us passes and we tell you what you missed?
You guys are flying to Dallas? You guys are coming out here to Texas? Because so far, the only person who's done that on this screen is Hatch. Brandon has refused. He refused an event.
So
and he
I will
refused to come
also
out.
be in Dallas the exact same weekend Hatch would be.
You are?
I'm going for a bachelor party, yeah.
Oh, but that's not paintball related, so that doesn't count.
I mean, they'll be shooting.
Wait, what?
Part of it's gonna be a gun range, so like there's gonna be some shooting.
Okay, that
and it is a
context
bachelor
better
party.
than just saying shooting.
So maybe I can convince them to go to a paintball field.
Well, if you're in Dallas, you're right by Paintball Fit, but they're having a tournament that weekend, so that's not gonna work out.
We'll enter as randos.
Dude, you wanna play D5 entry?
Dude.
I don't think I can play D5.
I mean, you
can.
Maybe D4. They might have points wise. They have 0 points. It might work out.
Yeah, they got 0 points for sure.
Literally 0 points. Yeah,
dude,
you're fine.
Cedar, that would be the greatest fucking achievement ever. Getting
the
some
best
fucking
bachelor
randos
party of all time.
That, dude. I'm thinking of a book we could write, bro.
I honestly feel like if you went to JD, the JD Locale, the owner of Fit, and was like, "Hey, all right, I'm a semi-pro. Those are my points. We're gonna play in D4. No one else on my team's ever touched a paintball marker before.
It's fine.
It's literally I'm the only person who knows how to play paintball. I feel like he'd be like, that sounds fair. Yeah, all right, run it. Let's see what happens.
And that would be amazing.
That'd be so crazy.
All-star performance.
I can only imagine the content that would come from that, bro. Verbal would have a heyday.
Dude, imagine if we won.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be sick. It reminds me of the time that our media line went down there and they thought we were all going to be really bad, so they put us with like the D5 people and we didn't lose a point all day. So shout out, media can play too. Just had to get that one off my chest. Every time I talk about Fit, gotta remind you. Second place fucking medal. It's right there. I wanted the first, but I got the second. All right.
Hey, you know what? Better than third.
I'm going to keep moving us a little bit forward, boys. We are going to be talking about paintball stuff, but it's going to be about some of the stuff that we've talked about in the past few weeks.
Yep.
Anyone who's a regular listener, you know myself, I've started getting into trading cards of all sort. I started playing Magic the Gathering with our boy Anthony down here. last week, it has been kind of popping up, as you guys have probably seen on Instagram and social media. It has been announced that I forget how to pronounce his last name, but his first name's Ryan. He does a lot of the media stuff with the USXPO or TXPL, the series that the WCPPL owns and operates as well. But he has gone through and made a whole set of paintball trading cards, not just for like sports cards meant to like, you know, collect the players. He wants to have a full like, you know, trading card game where you can set up a game and play with each other and, you know, build your lineup of your favorite players and all this stuff. We actually, myself and Anthony, we've been talking with him this past week, and we're, you know, I don't want to say too much, but we're trying to help him, you know, come up with ideas and rules and all that stuff. Obviously developing a card game is pretty freaking complex, just because you have to think of so many different, you know, instances that might happen and rules and things that might come about. But I will say this: there's some cool ideas in there. I think it would be a very fun game if, you know, we're able to kind of get it flushed out and make it work really well. Also, it will be sick. There are going to be kind of special collection cards as well. He has announced that there are going to be 5 of 5 cards, which are limited run, just 5 printed cards of autographs for each, not each, but some of the pro players. There's also going to be another couple special like parallel colorways and stuff that he's showed me. He hasn't announced those yet, so I'll let him do that. But yeah, man, it's kind of a really cool idea, something that we're getting excited about down here. We're putting some time into as well to kind of, you know, hopefully have it be cool when it does come out to the general paintball audience.
Oh, I have so many questions.
I got some ideas.
I can't answer a lot. It's one of those things where it's like I can kind of say what I've said already.
I have one question.
Okay, what's up?
So what is the extent of like a card? Is it like a media guy can have a card as well? Like would media guys have a card, or is it strictly players, pro players?
That's a very
Was that
difficult
too much?
question.
My bad.
Well, no. That's a very difficult question for me to answer, because I don't know how Ryan wants to handle that. You know, it is his baby at the end of the day. We're really only kind of working on the rules and the format and like making sure the game is a fun game to play. If he wants to have media stuff come in later, that's fine. This is meant to be a game about paintball players. This is meant to be about the pro players and the stuff in the game. Maybe there'll be media cards. I'm going to be honest, we haven't thought of a way to introduce those into like the rules format, so I don't know how those would play in the trading card game at all.
Gotcha.
Are there penalties?
Oh, you can roll a dice.
Because you could have
the way you're thinking.
You could have like.
See.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
I
got excited.
Like, I just can't say anything, because if I start saying anything, it's going to start giving away things I can't say yet. So maybe you'll get that answer when eventually it comes out officially. And again, one of those things, we're very early days on this. We started last week really kind of starting to write out some, you know, some lengthy paragraphs going in, talking about a lot of stuff.
I challenge you, Brando, when it comes out. I challenge you.
When you know, we've talked with Ryan, we are gonna have some you know, packs that get sent to us when they are ready to go and stuff, and yeah, we'll be opening a couple here on the pod, showing you guys what you could potentially find in there. If you know, even if you're not like playing the trading card game, you can still just collect cool cards of your favorite paintball players, and I love that too. There's trading cards sitting right in front of me. I like sports cards. I like collecting things that are cool to me. So that's a whole part of it that I'm interested in as well. Just wanted to, you know, put it out there, start, you know, talking about it a little on the podcast. Again, very early days thing. I have no clue when any of this is going to be out. That's all on him. I don't know the answers. But that
sounds awesome.
Look forward to it a little bit.
Dude, that's sick, bro. Seriously, especially with how much you've been getting into like Pokemon cards, and especially with how much you've been getting into Magic, right?
Well, like I like collecting Pokemon. That's the nostalgia stuff in me. But honestly, Magic is definitely the more like it is a more fleshed out and competitive like card game. I don't want to talk a lot about Magic, because it's probably very boring if you do not understand Magic at all. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those things, you know, kind of like very kind of reminiscent of poker, where it's that atmosphere of you're playing across from someone. You know, chess has got the same thing, where it's that kind of competitive heads up type feeling. But yeah, and then it all comes down to, you know, strategy and intellect. Can you outplay your opponent?
I think that's sick. I suck at Magic, and I've only played like virtual Magic. I haven't played like the actual physical card game itself.
In my opinion, if you start playing Magic Arena, you're not going to like it nearly as much as if you just one time play with friends, because it's really
Absolutely.
like, that's why I enjoy it so much, is it's a way I can hang out with Anthony, but we're also doing something that's like, it's kind of competitive for us. You know, we can have some back and forth and, you know, some banter about, you know, counterspelled that, you piece of shit. Like it just opens up opportunities for, you know, social gathering and stuff like that too. Of course, there is the whole competitive, and, you know, you can go on the pro tour and do all that stuff too.
The meta decks.
Never gonna fucking touch that shit, because it gets to a point where you have to be the most
It's so much more
ultra
fun.
nerds.
Yeah, it's so much more fun when you're in like your own circle where people aren't like looking up like fucking tutorials on how to build a god deck. And bro, I can't stand when
you haven't met Anthony Hernandez yet.
He does that?
He does. Anthony was a competitive player in his past. He's calmed down now, but and when he brings decks to our games, he brings
already knows
more
it, though.
like mild mannered stuff.
Hey, I've been cooking this one for 355 degrees for 17 minutes. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, he's been cooking for a while.
You're joking, but they literally call it brewing a deck. It's home brewing a deck. That's what it's called. So
Damn,
you
Steve's
brew up
already
a
on
deck. No, but yeah, he's a really smart player. The other thing he has an advantage, he just has more years of playing the game, so he knows more cards. He's waiting for more combos. You know, he has more stuff in his brain about it. But yeah, a good thing that he does. He plays very seriously, but he's brought decks that are kind of in similar power levels. So it's like, I've gotten some wins.
Okay,
he's
I
gotten
see.
a majority of them, but like, it's more so because I'm making blunders. You know, I'm not playing things right that he's winning. And I've said on the past shows, shout out to Anthony. He's playing me like he would any other opponent, and that way I learn, you know, and I've learned so much in the past like month that we've been playing that game. So it's a lot of fun.
Is there like almost like a pay to win aspect to it, or it could be
yes and no
strategy?
Yes and no. Obviously, if you have better cards in your deck, it is more likely that you are going to win. And because of that, the community wants to, you know, everyone wants those cards. So supply and demand starts. And so obviously those cards are going to be more valuable. People are going to have to pay more money for them. But that's kind of the cool thing with Magic. The game's been made for 32 years now.
Yeah.
There's decks out there that you could build for $30 that would be pretty damn competitive. You may not have the one or two special pieces that like make it, you know, perfect, but it would be essentially, you know, what you would need it to be. But yeah, it definitely it is a lot of strategy, and it's not even necessarily strategy where you're playing. It's just strategy of going into the game and understanding, you know, like, okay, he's playing this type of deck. He's going to be trying to do this. I need to either counter that with this, or I need to try to get my win condition going faster than his before, you know, we hit turn 5, and now all of a sudden he's indefeatable.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn. That is so badass. I'm excited. I want to watch you guys play when I go down there. I want to watch you guys play.
No, you're playing.
Sweet.
We've talked about it.
Okay.
We have decks for you. You're playing.
Yes,
That's one thing
I'm
Anthony's
so
done.
down.
He's built multiple decks already. So yeah, we
Let's
have
go.
decks for you.
How
You're
many
gonna be
decks do
playing.
you have personally in your own collection?
Wait, are
I've
those cards
only-
protected?
Yeah,
Like, are there sleeves? Okay.
I don't have my deck box near me. We showed on previous shows. My high value cards get a clear plastic sleeve, and then they go into a tournament sleeve. So it's like it covers up the cards, so that way people can't see what you have.
So
and
then,
stuff.
are all of the sleeves then, are all the cards then in sleeves, or is there just like a super obvious like you got a good one coming up?
That is actually so funny. It's like you can see him obviously pull one out. You can see him obviously draw a card.
I remember when I was a kid, I got
a
a
You're
I got a
asking questions I
Blastoise.
just can't answer without just showing you.
Yeah, please.
No,
Because I remember
so-
as a kid, I got a Blastoise, and I'm like, I could not wait, and I begged my mom to get like 49 other hardcovers, so it would be super obvious when the Blastoise is coming up on the deck.
Yeah, so we don't do that anymore. So this is my commander, Dog Meat. I love him. He's in my one deck I have. I am trying to build another deck right now with a commander called Chatterfang. It's a really cool squirrel deck. I've got a lot of squirrels in there. I try to hit you with 100 squirrels. It's fun. It's great. I love it.
Love those squirrels. I like it.
This is what I'm talking about with a tournament sleeve. These are called Dragon Shields. They're the best sleeves in the game.
Wait, what kind of sleeves?
They have a color on the back, so that way you can kind of, you know, they cover up what your card is, but then the front is a clear plastic so you can see it. They do good at protecting the cards so that way they don't get scratched or damaged as you go. Like
But
we
you
were
can still
saying
play
earlier.
with them.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, Magic cards, they do have value. I mean, there's cards in this deck that are probably, you know, 10, 20 bucks in value at the point. Maybe those become more expensive as they don't print them more in the future, and just there's all that speculation that can go into it.
And the whole deck is sleeved.
Yeah, so I got my whole deck.
Nice.
A commander
That is
deck
badass.
a commander deck is 100 cards. So they're all individual cards. You can't have repeats. In some of the other formats, you can have
really?
repeats. I'm trying to find, because my foils are double sleeved, just because I don't want like the foil getting messed up. Yeah, cool. So I got one here. This is my Junkblade Bruiser. He's just a cute little raccoon guy who comes out, does a lot of cool things. But so I'll show you. So on this one, there's the Magic the Gathering card. There's also a plastic sleeve around it,
yep.
underneath the teal dragon shield sleeve.
Oh, but it keeps it all
and that's
the same.
because it's got a foil, thing on it. So I don't want that foil to get like scratched underneath the, the dragon, sleeve itself.
Just like
It's
condoms,
just trying
double
to
up.
protect things.
No, do not double up.
Does not work.
Yeah, no, not with condoms.
Does not
That's
work.
That's not a good point there. But you can double sleeve with Magic cards, and that's how you protect them the best. One of the cards I sent into PSA, I will be building a deck around. It's a commander himself, Phineas H. Archer. I just happened to pull him out of the box. I got the most expensive version of him too. So because I sent him into PSA, I wanted to build a deck around him so that way I can play him in his slab and have him in a deck. And it's just the ultimate
Are
flex.
you gonna have
There's
49 other slabs then?
No. Commanders. So I haven't explained that. With Commander, it's a version of Magic the Gathering. That's what's so confusing with Magic. There's standard, limited, vintage, modern. There's so many different ways to play the game.
Okay.
Commander is a very common one because it's kind of just the most relaxed and fun. If you're just playing with your friends.
Very casual.
Yeah, casual. There's 100 cards in each deck. You're only allowed to have one of each card in that deck. So like I said, you can't have multiples of a copy of cards. You have one of those cards, which is a special card called your commander. Your commander sits outside of your deck, so at any point in time you can play him. He's like a free card that you always get to play. And commanders have special abilities on them, different stats. Like they have their whole thing that they've got going
makes
on.
sense, yeah.
But yeah, so that's why Dogmeat, he sits up front of my deck, so that way he doesn't get lost in the other 100 cards, because that way when we're playing the game, I have him in another spot on the table where I can go,
sure.
okay, I tap my 3
Makes
mana,
sense.
I play
Here, boy.
Dogmeat, he's on the field. Yep. And yes,
Nice.
I have Dogmeat from Fallout as my commander. That's the deck I
It was
bought first.
great. When I saw
Hell
that,
yeah.
I was like, oh, Ryan, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm starting to get into Magic, because they've done a lot of these crossover sets. So they have a Fallout set, an Assassin's Creed set. There's
I can play
a
Ezio
Doctor
Auditore
Who.
as my commander.
You literally can. I
Holy
don't know
fuck.
if as a commander, but
Yep,
you can.
patches
Yeah, 100%. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. There was a Lord of the Rings set that went really big. And they've announced actually later in this year there will be a Spider-Man set. They actually have the license to do Marvel cards now.
What?
I will be buying a couple
Damn.
boxes of that for sure. So it's pretty cool because to me as a new person in Magic, it's cool to see like, oh, Fallout characters, I know these people. All right, now I'm playing them in Magic. A lot of the old heads of Magic who've been playing for a while absolutely hate it. They can't stand it. They're like, this isn't the high fantasy world of Magic the Gathering that I grew up with. Now you play a Wolverine. Oh,
mid-fantasy?
that ruins the game. And it's like, no, I don't care. I'm just playing a card game. The card is shiny and it looks cool. It's got a character I like on it, so I'm gonna use it.
I mean, I assume there will be certain things where they'll be like, all right, only certain decks, or like only certain like things, right?
That was what I described earlier with the formats. So like vintage, you can only use cards from before a certain period of time in that format.
So yeah, they're
and
just gonna play vintage.
modern, it's meant to be more of like the cards that are from the modern time. There is
Vanilla.
a standard format which is meant to be like the the competitive format that all tournaments use. That's the other thing too, is like the Pro Tour back in the day in the 90s and into the 2000s, they were definitely like, they had a very big kind of just like paintball, going around the country, having events in different places. I think the top prize guy was winning like 40K at these events, so decent prize
At each
pools.
event?
Yeah, at each event.
Damn,
that's
pretty
good.
decent prize
That's
pools.
really good.
And 1990s money too, so great money.
Oh, shit.
But it was cool because every event they would like play a different format. So like sometimes they would do a draft format, which
you have
means
to
all
really
right,
adapt,
here's 12 packs of this set. You have to build the best deck from those 12 packs that you get, and all of your competitors have to do the same thing. And then they battle to see who could build the best, who could build the best deck out of that. There was another one like limited, which would be like, hey, you can only use within this period and this period, so you got to build a deck within these 4 or 5 different sets. They just kept coming up with creative ways to kind of make it restrict it a little bit to kind of, make it a more creative game. Because if you just have every card available, there's going to be like 3 decks that are good. And if you don't play those decks, you're just never going to win a game. And if you do, then you're kind of a boring player. And it becomes stale. And that's not a fun thing to watch.
Okay,
That's
no,
cool.
interesting.
Damn.
That's
You're
that
reading
was
a text, Hatch.
no, that was a
what
ton
are
of
you talking
information.
about?
No, that was a ton of information.
Yeah,
I was like,
I mean, well, you guys, I always get weird with the Magic the Gathering stuff comes up because none of you guys talk, and so I have to try and fill time.
I'm
and then you
learning
start looking
so
at your
much.
phone.
Absolutely,
Hatch,
because the
and
thing
so
is,
that's
for
where
me,
I get in my head because I'm like, I know no one in our audience wants to hear me talk about this,
I got
but
some
no one else
Magic
on the
cards.
podcast is talking, so I'm gonna fill airtime.
absolutely. You know what, Ryan? I got you. Let's go back. Let's round it
Fucking
back.
do
Let's round it
something.
back.
God damn it! I
okay.
thought you were the host tonight, Hatch.
You know what? Hey, my bad. I'm trying. This ain't the Grammys over here. You know what? Next FTS award, that's what I'm warming up to. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, speaking
But,
of the Grammys, can you talk about Sabrina Carpenter?
dude, honestly,
Can we talk about their performance? One of the best
what the
performances I've
fuck?
seen.
Beyonce winning Country Album of the Year? What the fuck?
That's a hot take I agree with. But can we not get off the Sabrina Carpenter topic right away? Can we spend more than 4 seconds talking about our Helen of Troy, Sabrina Carpenter?
Yes, go on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you guys not watched the performance? Have you guys not watched this fantastic woman
I did.
and
I
what
don't
she
have
looked like
TV.
at the Grammys? I'm sorry.
did.
This was Marilyn Monroe reincarnated. One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. I'm just going to say that.
I got a Latina
I would
wife.
burn
That
down
won't
my
happen.
life. This apartment complex would be burning on the ground if she told me to do so. I'm 100%
Selena,
honest.
Brando.
Nice.
No, Sabrina, not Selena.
No.
Selena. No, for Brando, Selena.
Yeah, it's
Selena
No.
Carpenter.
No.
performance. Okay.
But yeah, we also made the funny joke at the range day. We were talking about it. That's kind of the joke with Scott and me right now is that she's our Helen of Troy. If you guys don't know the history, Helen of Troy was this,
Yep.
famous figure in time that the Romans fought back for. And yeah, if they took her, I would enlist right away. I would sign up and I would go make sure we get Sabrina back.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Thank you, man. I know everyone else here has either a wife or a girlfriend. I'm the
No.
only single person, but that's cool. I will talk about Sabrina Carpenter. I do
No,
not
let me
care.
tell you, dude. Let me tell you, if it means that much to you, brother, dude, I'm all in, dude. I'll
I'm
help
just saying,
rescue.
how can you look at that woman and not, and not just be smitten, Absolutely.
I'm the ultimate wingman, Ryan.
I'm not really
would-
sure who she is, but I'd be down to kill somebody.
It's right. See, I'm telling you.
He gets
No
it. He gets
trouble?
it.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. See?
Hell yeah, brother. He gets it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
those who get it, get it.
With the Grammys, dude. Did you see? Okay, I saw Kai Cenat was there, right? And dude,
That's the one part of the Grammys I haven't heard about was Kai.
dude, that shit is so funny. Like how many? Like he is genuinely networking like so well, and he is like talking to all these people he met, like the CEO of PacSun, and they're like, let me send you a bunch of. She's like, let me send you a bunch of clothes to wear. Like, let me get you like a black card for the company for like.
Well,
I'm like, damn.
It's kind of funny because really they're just trying to use Kai.
100%.
Because think about this, all of those actors, like, look, Kevin Hart, yeah, he probably gets along with Kai. They're probably friends, but like not enough to be in his streams 6 or 7 times throughout a year.
Or like
What
when
Kevin
he had
Hart
like
is
Nicki
doing
Minaj
is
on.
realizing that's a young audience of under 20-year-old dudes who probably don't even know who I am, have never seen my stand-up comedy. So if I appear on his stream, all of a sudden I have a new audience who now hears of me and knows about me. I honestly think that's why a lot of celebrities are like being buddy-buddy with him. It's not necessarily, yeah, they may like him, they may be friends. I don't know personal stories behind the scenes, but it does seem a lot of it's like business of like, you're the biggest thing on the internet right now with young people, so we're going to try to get a part of that.
Dude, for sure. And you know that one thing, I don't know if you ever seen it, where it's like the camera that shoots at like 1,000 frames a second like comes up and
Yeah,
does
the
like
Glambot. Yeah,
So,
Cole
yeah.
Weiser does it. He's
Yep,
a great
so
director of photography.
He did a front flip and botched the front flip and landed on his ass during it. He's like, I can do any emote I want, any emote I want. They're like, sure, man, it's just a second. It's like a second and a half. It's real quick, 1,000 frames a second.
I follow Cole, the guy who operates the Glambot, just because he, dude, it's such a fucking cool idea. One of the coolest things to me is slow motion plus really quick speed, because it just creates this look that's just like, I don't know.
So unique.
It's unnatural. Like, you don't see it as a human. But so I could just imagine he was just like, yeah, whatever you want to do, man. All right. 3, 2, 1, action.
Then he does like a front flip and just like
Okay.
lands on his ass and lands he's on the ground. He's like, with his arms out, and dude, that's what I thought was so funny.
hot in here,
That-
bro.
that
You gotta
was
hit
my
him with the
favorite.
ta-da.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the Grammys for sure.
Was Kai Cenat
Was
eating
Kai
ass. All right,
Cenat.
love that.
So, what was your favorite part, Ryan?
Sabrina Carpenter. How did you not
Okay,
know this?
my bad.
It was her walking in and her
You already
on
told me
stage.
about
Those
that
are great.
already.
Yep.
What
Big
about,
fan of that.
okay.
Have I told you about Sabrina Carpenter? Have you guys heard about her performance at the Grammys?
What
are you talking about?
Beyonce though. What the fuck, dude? That is insane.
What it is, it was a We See You award. She never had won Album of the Year before, and it was kind of a way of being like, to me, it felt like a Lifetime Achievement Award almost. Of like, it's not necessarily for this Grammy, it's just our way of getting you a Grammy for the Album of the Year because you've never gotten one. And
Gotcha.
technically, look, let's be real, Beyonce, whatever you think of her today, I mean, look, if you like it, then you should put a ring on it. That was a fucking banger. Destiny's Child back in the day.
Halo.
There was a lot of bangers, you know? So, like, all right, she made some good shit. But, yeah, I don't... Obviously, that album wasn't great. Country album.
No,
This ain't Texas.
Dude, I thought that song was so ass. And I was like, that's a country song, bro? What the fuck? I would never want to hang out with a country person to listen to that shit. But, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't... It's sad. People
Ron's like,
make
you might need
country
to
all the
find
time.
another couch to sleep on.
No, Post Malone country music.
I
That
don't-
was some good country music,
No,
honestly.
I don't listen. You guys, it's funny. You're saying country music like it's these artists doing a new thing. They're just making a genre of music. Like
For sure.
I don't know. Country
For sure.
country.
And that's why I'm saying Post Malone. Post Malone's one of those ones where he made...
Post Malone grew up in Texas, bro.
But what I'm saying is he made a... I mean, he was a rapper, and then he made a country
Now-
album. And it actually sounds really good.
No,
Now,
but the
what-
point I'm making is he grew up with country influences. Like he's heard country music his whole life. He just made rap music.
Now,
Gotcha.
why is it not an issue that he went to country
Dude,
music?
Brandon's
right?
here. Holy
Look,
shit!
look.
Oh, I thought you were frozen, bro.
He transitioned to country, right? Even though he grew up with country influence, as you said, and Beyonce just won Country of the Album of the Year. But what about our boy Lil Nas X? That had the #1 country song for going for so long until people protested and took it off and shit because he was on. That was my favorite country song.
Old Town Road?
Yeah.
I see the point you're making.
Take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Didn't he win something for that? I'm pretty sure that song won awards.
I think so, and then maybe that's when people kind of took uproar with it.
No.
Because-
People took uproar with it because he made a music video where he gave a lap dance and then sat on and fucked the devil.
Yeah,
I'm not even
and
joking.
here's-
This was
you're-
the thing that Lil Nas
I've
X
seen it.
did,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
The
That's
way
why
you
people
said
didn't
it,
like him.
my
That's
argument
what
still stands.
Am I
No,
wrong? You know?
no, you're
Like-
not wrong at all. You're not wrong at all. Just the
Would-
way you said it
That's
is just the
what
fact that
happened.
it's
Would
so
you guys
right.
not give the devil a lap dance? I mean, if you hey,
What is he
hey,
giving me? Not for free.
Ideally, my soul back.
anything you
Like, yeah.
Don't
Thank
worry
you.
for free, Brando.
Yeah,
anything
dude, let me
you
tell you.
want.
I mean,
Anything
anything
he
I
wants?
want.
Wait, what?
Hey,
You
Sabrina
want.
Carpenter's on the line. If Sabrina Carpenter's on the line, you're giving him a lap dance?
Fuck. All right, do I give the devil a lap dance to get Sabrina up?
No,
I feel like
dude,
you could do
let me tell
way
you,
worse
might
things
answer
than
that.
that.
Well, let me tell you, the devil is handsy.
I don't like that. I don't like thinking about this anymore. I feel
So
like I'm
what's
getting
up?
raped in my imagination right now. It's not great.
What's up? Would you
What? What's
For-
what's,
Dude, a
what's
lap
up?
dance is nothing.
for Sabrina Carpenter? Ryan,
What do you, Hatch? You have to ask the question. You keep just saying,
Would you
"What's
give-
up for Sabrina Carpenter?"
would you give the devil a lap dance for
I
Sabrina
literally
Carpenter?
already have said yes, Hatch.
Okay, sweet. Hell yeah. Nice. Good
That's
shit.
a very shallow line in the sand, though.
Think so?
It's for
Oh,
Sabrina.
yeah. It's a
It's
lap
for
dance,
Sabrina.
dude. Clothes are staying on.
It's to the devil though. That escalates it quite a lot. I'm gonna be honest, Cedar.
Dude, let me tell you,
Honestly, I
his
take my clothes
touch
off
is
for
probably
him.
sizzling you, bro.
Okay.
No, he lives in the hot.
Guys,
He's
this is
not
one of those
hot.
moments where I'm like, where the fuck are we in the podcast? And
No,
no
I'm
one
sorry.
will get
No,
us
see,
out
and
of
then
it.
here's
No,
where
I'm
it is. Here's
sorry,
where
I'm
it's
sorry.
like, all right, guys,
Talking
5
about giving
seconds.
the
Shit, we need a
devil
plan.
a
All
lap
right,
dance.
go.
Okay. How did we get to You started talking about little Nas. No, that was Brando.
No, I
Brando's
brought
fault.
that up, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
Brandon
Brando.
talked for the first
Damn,
time in this
Brando the
podcast,
great
and it led us to
Stop
give him the
saying
fucking
that, bro.
devil of lap dance. All right.
Stop saying
Boom.
that, bro. Like,
Boom.
now I'm just so confused with the devil lap dance. That just threw me off, bro. Now I just can't get that
What
shit out
song
of
am
my
I
head.
gonna choose?
Guys, what are
Like,
we
what am I
doing?
gonna
This is
wear?
one of
Hey,
the
no,
worst
no,
sex
hey,
sections
Cedar.
of the podcast we've had recently.
Cedar,
There's
really
no
quick.
momentum.
You said something about having a 151 story that you wanted to share?
Yes. So, in college, one of my buddies, he's
sorry.
Yep.
Are we
Okay,
talking
context,
Like
yes.
Bacardi rum? Like the drink 151? Or
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
We were talking about 151 the other day.
yeah, so the other day, I was listening to the podcast this morning. I haven't caught up. I didn't get late, but yeah. I was doing my best to try and stay top. But, so yes, college was a party in the dorm room. Like, we're broke-ass college kids, like, whatever. We're partying, and my fraternity brother's like, yo, dude, let's do a shot of rum. I'm like, all right, cool. And he, like, disappears for, like, 10 minutes. And, I mean, it was also in a dorm room. I was kind of drunk, so, like, nowhere really to go. But
it was a minute.
Yeah, it was like a minute. I don't know, context of time. But he pours a full platter of shots. Like, there must have been 40-plus shots on this. And everybody in the room's, like, taking a shot. And he's like, all right, guys, let's go. And, like, we take the shot. And I'm like, I'm like, what kind of rum is this? And he's from Mexico. He's, like, literally, that was, like, his second year in the country. And he holds up a bottle of 151. And he's like, it says rum on it. And I'm like, oh, my God, that's not rum.
So what was
151 proof.
151 proof of
75% alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And there were 40 shots of that?
He poured the whole bottle. I mean,
What
there
the
was like 40.
fuck?
There was like 40 of us crammed in a dorm
Yeah.
room.
Fun fact about
So,
151: it has such a high alcohol content, you can actually light it on fire. So it's what a lot of bartenders use when you do like fire tricks and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
And it does not taste good.
No.
It was so bad.
It's 75% alcohol. There's no way it can taste good. There's
you
nothing
think-
in
what do
there
you
that
think-
can make that better.
What do you think tastes worse, that or the Malort, Cedar?
Malort.
Oh, Malort for sure.
At least
Dude,
rum is made
that-
with agave, right? Like, there's at least something good put into that before it became 151.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Malort's
Malort,
made with like wood.
It burned. The Malort lingers.
Did you actually
That-
take
yeah.
a drink of Malort, Cedar? Because I
Yeah.
heard about this. I heard
I've,
that you.
I've got it. I mean, I've got it right in my house. I mean, I'm not gonna drink it now. I'm not gonna
Not
drink
now.
it alone.
Do it.
But I'm just saying because I
This is
heard a
it.
story that you brought these people over and told them to drink Malort without telling them what they were getting involved into.
No. So I had some, and I feel really bad because I let Brando's father-in-law have some, and we're not like making fun of him, but like we're waiting for his reaction, and he's like, that's okay. And then he goes, here, try some of this, and I think he's trying to one-up me, and it was fantastic moonshine. I'm like, this was not a fair
Shine's
trade.
not bad.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I thought it was something bad. I'm like, this
Best
is
shine
delicious.
I ever had in my life was a blueberry
Yeah.
moonshine at my brother's college in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out. Shit was great.
Oh, it was an apple pie.
Also woke up on the floor the next morning.
Oh, it was so good. It was so delicious. I'm like, I feel bad. That was not supposed to be good for you or enjoyable. You should not have given me something enjoyable in return.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was at that point, it's like a prank. You know?
Yeah.
The
not-
Malort's
not a
so
fair
bad,
trade.
it's...
I mean,
It's
we've
prank.
talked about recently on the show. We're just bringing up old stories. So, yeah, just go listen to our old podcast. This one sucks. But
No, we're good.
Malort, it's a really bad drink.
Rubber
it's
band
a
water.
Chicago thing.
Yep.
It's literally meant to be like we're fucking crazy. We drink Malort. Like, no one likes it. Even if you say you like it. No, you don't like it. You
The
just
bar
drink it
that I
because you're
got
cool.
it from, they go through a case a week.
No.
Don't
there's
tell
no
me
way.
that nobody drinks it. There's
Yeah.
12 bottles in a case.
There's no way.
I could not believe that.
That's like people who are fronting that they're hard and from Chicago, so they drink Malort. But yeah,
No,
it's
they
just a
suck at
dog shit
bowling and
alcohol.
lose.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that your guys'
Yeah.
punishment?
What?
They bet shots, and if you lose, the winner buys them a shot of Malort. There's a lot of shitty bowlers in northern Wisconsin, apparently.
No, that makes sense. Someone's
okay.
gotta lose.
I got a good question for everybody, and this one's a good one. I want us to think about it. All right, so if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna send a picture in the Discord, right? The channel chat, so everybody can see it.
Here. Okay.
It's a picture. It's a picture. Do you think the whole pro team? Do you think
what?
the whole pro league can handle a bloodlusted? What is this thing? Quetzalcoatl's.
Okay, two things. One, Brandon, why did you
A
join the call
Quexel?
in Discord?
Bro, I played Ark. That's a
Two,
I know,
Quexel. You build your base
that
on
was
that. Come
unfair.
on.
Sorry, Cedar. Where is this photo going, Hatch?
Is it on in the general chat?
Oh,
No.
in general chat. Okay.
So yeah, it's in the general chat, so Cedar can
Why
see
we
it.
use the chat
So-
on the
no.
software we have.
So Cedar can see it. So Cedar can see it as well.
Okay.
That's a Quetzal.
Yeah.
For
Do
sure.
you think the whole pro
I've never
division?
seen this. What the fuck is
This
this?
is the
Ash?
biggest. This is the biggest
We
flying
also have
anything.
audio and video listeners who can't see this. You need to explain because I don't even understand what I'm looking at.
So basically, this was the largest flying animal that ever lived.
Dinosaur?
Like a
Dinosaur for sure. It's a pterosaur.
Like
It's a pterosaur, right? And
Like
this
a
thing
bigger
is
pterodactyl almost.
like this is the largest thing that ever flew.
I need dimensions. Hold on.
I'm
Look it
looking
up.
for you,
that's
Brando.
a
I
person
got
for
you.
scale, but like
Right? That's a person for scale. Do you
All
think
right, look,
the whole
that could be
pro
me or Paul
divi-
there. Like
That guy looks way taller than you, bro.
that's what I'm.
no,
that's what
that's
I'm
a
saying.
Brando. That's a Brando.
That's what
Let's
I'm
be
No,
real.
it's not.
That dude.
That's not
that
a
dude's
6 foot
me.
gentleman.
He's got a
looks not a 6 foot
beard.
tall
He's got a
gentleman.
beard. He's got a beard, bro.
Okay, there's midgets with beards.
Hey,
Valid,
oh, hey, whoa, hold on.
One of them's name is
Ow.
Stephen Hatch. He's got a great mustache. He's not that tall.
Whoa! Above average, baby.
Under 6 foot, baby.
Hey, still above average.
I'm
Like I
looking
said,
at how much
6
they
foot.
weighed.
Okay, yeah, but okay. The
500 pounds.
the Quetzalcoatlus. Do you think the whole pro division can handle that?
No. Biggest difference is mobility, especially if it can fly. It's just going to come down, pick off people one by one. Like, dude, even 200 men, like, you're going to need very good synchronization to, like, make it so where it's, like, immobile and it can't just fly away and pick you off one by one.
Do they
Yeah.
get
It's
their markers?
terrifying. You'd shit your pants,
Like,
bro.
dude, even on the ground.
I'm sorry. Even the toughest motherfuckers in the league, Justin Cornell, Jason Edwards, fucking think, you know, the hardest of hard
It
men.
does have tiny
Sergey,
wings, though.
They would look at
No,
that
it
and
does
be
not,
like,
bro.
nah,
Like,
I'm
like
fucking
tiny
done.
wings?
fold it up. I think you got a chance. You grab some of that meat flap and you just yank it, and now it can't fly.
But that's the biggest problem. It's not gonna fucking land for you. When have you ever seen a
gotta
bird
time the swoop
engage in
right.
combat?
I think
Like,
I think if it does land, I feel like
you
at that
see
point
eagle-
it's chomping.
when you see eagles go fishing, they don't fucking go to the water and then like hover above it and like look around for a
swoop,
bit.
for
They
sure.
see the shit and then they go, "Oh, we got
Oh,
it."
that's a valid
Boom.
point.
And
That's
then
a
they get in
very
there, They
valid
grab that
point.
shit and they're out.
That's a very valid point. So
Like mobility.
Also,
That's
that
the
head
biggest
is
thing here. It's a
huge.
flying creature, bro. Yeah, and that head, if that man is 6 foot tall, that beak is at least 2 of
12.
him. So
Yeah.
you're not even getting anywhere close before his reach is fucking you
Like
up.
speed bag in the eyes, just to try to get to the brain.
okay. Even on the ground, do you think
You're
they
dead.
can handle it
Everyone's dead.
if it doesn't even fly? Do you think they can handle
If
it
it doesn't fly, I think so, because I think his mobility on the ground would be way worse. That's where humans are great. That's how we were able to
Yup.
kill cheetahs and other, animals.
Mammoths.
We can outrun you and we
No.
can get you down. But man, if it can fly, it's just gonna win. There's no
Yeah.
way against a flying creature that's that big in
I
size.
feel like
a
even
human could
something
beat
like
it.
that, dude. Even on the ground, dude. Like one sweep of that beak, bro. That's taking like 10 people
That's
out.
taking out a team for sure.
And that's solid, like, beak material. Beak material is it's like a cartilage or like a bone. Like, that's
Yes.
breaking through dudes' legs with how
You have
That's
90
decapitating
shots
is.
to get it down.
Yes. And
Yeah, Pro Division's losing to that shit.
okay, I saw this. I saw a picture of this. I saw this picture, and I was like, bro, what could even handle that? That was.
You found the one
Time.
where it's like human. Yeah, this is why humans weren't here when those things were on the planet,
Dude,
because we
I
can't
wonder-
coexist.
I wonder how much weight it can carry. That way,
Probably
Like,
a
if-
fucking truck.
well, like if everyone links arms, you know,
Like a chain?
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying, Brando. And actually, I think you have a point, because like those wings, if those are real to accurate size of what wings it has, it's really not that much surface area to create lift for how heavy it looks already with such a big animal. So probably can't lift, all 200 guys at the same time.
Think it's more of a
But-
glider.
Making that happen probably is not very easy.
yeah.
I'm gonna look up lift weight.
Yeah, what is the thrust to weight ratio of a Quetzalcoatl?
Can we even get that? Okay, sweet. Okay, so this one says that.
I don't trust this at all.
I don't trust it either. But it's showing pictures of like tigers and like large pigs.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
a
how that
couple
anything to
hundred
do with that.
pounds, we can say, but all right. So I guess that's a good point. If like 10 guys just linked arms and fucking, we're holding on to one dude,
All right,
maybe you
if-
could stop it.
If Colt Lucal, Mouse, Jason, and Jacob
Colt
Edwards
Lucao's doing a
all
lot of work there.
linked together,
You are so right about that, bro. He is going to work.
This is a
I'ma
situation
text
in
him.
life when Colt thrives.
Dude, let me tell you, I'm gonna text him because every time I come up with a good bloodlusted question, I always text him.
Dude, I
I'ma
feel
tell
like
him this one.
Chavi just goes straight down the neck and then just starts like down
We said
down
this-
the
we
way
said
and
this
just
in
and
every
just hope.
paintball fit, related
trying to think of other
type animal
skinny
question,
dudes.
Shavi is always the sacrificial one. He's
Like,
going there early.
oh,
he's going quick.
Axel,
He's
Axel
grabbing
for
an
sure.
arm or something, and then
Axel's the
Colt
kind
and
of guy
Trent are coming
where
in to clean up.
Axel's the kind of guy where he gets swallowed and then fights from the inside.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes,
be honest,
perfect.
guys.
He was
Guys,
a gymnast. He could tumble and then stand up.
Guys, Axel is a French. He's not
so
fighting
pro.
at all.
He's running. He's running.
Oh shit!
No,
You went
I don't
there.
care if he's a pro paintball player. You know what the French do? They grab something that's white, they wave it, and they run the fuck away.
No!
They're little fucking coward bitches. They got invaded by fucking Germany twice, all right?
No!
You would be speaking German right now if it wasn't for us, okay?
USA,
You're welcome.
Fuck you,
USA, USA.
You know what's hilarious, too? The people in Normandy actually love America more than they do French because they realize they would still be German citizens right now if it wasn't for us. So, yeah, just gotta flex that.
I sent another picture for another size comparison. So these were like said to be like a small one, were said to be like as tall as a giraffe.
Oh, I for sure can't take out a giraffe.
Dude, yeah. If it's giraffe size, it's still fucking up humans if it can fly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna text Colt
It's literally
this.
Jurassic World, the intro to Jurassic World, when all the animals get out and the fucking one woman is like, "Oh, what's going on?"
It's actually
She's
funny.
around,
No, they
and then
actually
she gets
are in-
grabbed, and then she goes over the water, and then she gets dropped, and you're like, "Oh, she's safe," but no, she's not safe because there's something underneath her, and it's a huge megalodon, and it comes out and eats her, and it's scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
thanks
I
for
thought.
ruining
I don't
it.
like that scene.
Damn it.
Wasn't the Montosaurus?
Literally
Yes, thank
happens
you,
within,
Cedar.
the
Thank
first
you,
couple
Cedar.
seconds of the movie. So,
Cedar's right. It's a Mosasaurus.
are you gonna become
Technically.
Taylor and not watch movies either on this show, Brandon? Is that
Probably not. Nah.
God damn it, man.
Nah, but I can
nowadays,
help it.
Hey, I try to watch movies. I genuinely try. But
what?
dude,
Nothing
Dude,
came
the
out last year.
attention span. There's a lady that watches stuff in 2-speed. I think that's the Hatch's new thing.
I can't do
two-speed?
that. I know people who do it with podcasts.
How?
I can't.
I
need
can't.
to hear
I can't
1x.
process it.
Even when I'm fucking, and maybe that's the ADHD in me. Like, if I'm doing something else, I can't have like fully hearing what someone's doing at 2x speed. I just can't. Like, if I want to hear it at all, I need it to be kind of slow and like, oh, okay, that's what they're saying.
It's like I can hear it, but I just can't. Not.
Process
It's not like
it.
I can. Yeah. It's not. I can hear it, understand it, but I'm not banking it in my memory of and understanding what they're saying. I'm just listening to it in that time just to keep up. Is that called a learning disorder?
No.
It's ADHD. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. I guess technically it is then, yeah.
That shit's hard, bro. That shit's a
Yeah.
real struggle. But yeah. Hey, honestly, thank you guys for letting me get my bloodlusted question out there. I appreciate that one. I thought that one was a good one.
That's a decent one. How do
debate,
you,
for sure.
for the audience, if they're curious about looking this up, how do you spell it?
All right. Yep. So it is QUETZALCOATLUS.
It's a long one, but
That is a long
all right.
one.
Go look it up, boys. Because once you see the image of it, you'll see why we're freaking out. Because humans can't take that down. That's not happening.
Brando, take over while I take over my host
Well,
job for a second while I text Colt Lacau.
You're fine, Hatch. I got you here for a second. I gotta let everyone know next week, if you're listening to this on the public release when it comes out on Tuesday, I'm in California right now. The second you're listening to this, I'm standing in your state. Had to come back. Got a call literally Monday that one of my friends there, he owns a cheer gym and gymnastics gym, a couple other places. He actually wants to get some marketing content done, so he called me and last minute was like, "Hey, we need you out here, man. We're gonna book you a flight for next week." And I said, shit, okay, all right, I'm going to Cali next week. So be a couple days out there at the beginning of the week. For our Patreon members, we are gonna have to delay the podcast a little bit because that's sorry, boys. But for all of our regular listeners, it's gonna come out at the normal time. Literally, I'm in California as you're listening to this, and by the next week when you hear that one, I'll already be back in Texas. So don't worry about it. You are fine. But it's gonna be a good time out there.
That'd be
Excited
exciting.
to go out there, and then a couple weeks later, Hatch, you're coming out here. So we're doing a lot of travel in February. We're trying to get some good stories for the pod because boys, we didn't do shit this last week. Not even gonna be honest.
Dude.
We all just lived our lives, and that's not great as podcast hosts.
No, it feels weird.
The other thing I did do last week and can get into a little bit more is we went to the range with Scott Lopez, Lastro Lopez. Took me out there. There was a couple of his friends and buddies that came along with us, but we were running drills, doing some fun things. I was getting footage of them kind of in the morning and throughout the day. Getting some trying to make them look cool, dude. Fucking the Pete Berg like action movie stuff.
Honestly, it shouldn't be that
running
hard to
drills
make him
and
look
stuff
cool.
like that.
He's a fucking beast.
Well, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not hard to make Scott look cool. But yeah, and then at the end of the day, it was cool. We had like an extra 30 minutes left, so Scott, let me throw some gear on and run some drills myself. And yeah, it's fun to do that stuff. You're not allowed to do it in California. Essentially, it's incredibly hard to find a range that allow you to do those.
You have to go to
a
private land.
Yeah, it's something that you can't do publicly. So yeah, having the access to do that out here is cool. It's always fun to learn new things. Yeah, I don't know. It's just being able to like proficiently use and manipulate firearms. It's a cool skill. I feel like everyone should kind of have it.
100%.
It may save your life someday.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
Shoot real bullets.
Yes, 9mm. We were hitting steel, and it sounds cool. Again, another thing you can't do in
I love
California.
shooting steel, bro. I love shooting steel.
So I've heard a lot of people talk about, mostly military people, talk about running drills and stuff at a range. I've only ever been to a range once, and just shooting some guns. But like what type of drills? I have no idea exactly.
It's all sort of different things. I mean, so think of, when you're going out to a field, what are you working on? You're working on snap shooting, you're working on holding lanes, you're working on, you're running and gunning, you're working on reloads. A lot of it's the same exact stuff. You're working mechanical skills. So, all right, shoot 2 rounds, reload your mag, put another 2 rounds on target. It gives you the practice of manipulating your gun, learning how to understand, oh, my gun went dry, I need to reload now, learning how to get good at that reload, learning how to reassess your target and get back on. They were doing some communicating drills where like 2 guys were working at the same time, just simple things like getting, just like in paintball. If your homie's, he's got no paint in his hopper, you probably don't want to make a move right then. You at least want to make sure he's got some paint to cover you. And it's the same principle in a firefight. You want, actual rounds in a mag. But, simple things like that, working on going from the rifle to your pistol, drawing and, acquiring your target and getting a shot on. And again, these are all things you're just shooting a couple rounds at a time. You don't need to shoot a full mag every time to, get the practice on reloading. So fill up a couple, shoot, drop down, reload, go back up. Another big thing, something that a lot of people don't work on, but especially if you're doing any sort of tactical type like team shooting, is safety manipulation. So the second you're done firing, you put the safety back on your gun, and the second you want to go fire, you learn how to turn it off really quickly. The biggest reason being is, if you're clearing a room with your boys, you're not pointing it at them, but what happens when you trip on the ground and now your gun is at your boys and your hand clenches up because you hit the ground? Well, now you just shot your bro because your safety wasn't on, and that's not going to be fun to have to fucking explain to him or anyone else.
It's funny that you say that, because I remember seeing when like real life Navy SEALs react to like the stealth missions in like Call of Duty, right? They're always dude, they are always going hard at it. They're like, hey, bro, dude, that's my homie, bro. I'm killing him dead right there. I'm like, because they're like sweeping each other, right?
Yeah, flagging each other essentially. But that's another thing too. Is like, you have a thing in your hands that will kill someone. That is what it is intended to do. So don't point it at your homie who you want to come home with you alive. That should be rule fucking number 1.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't understand that. So that's kind of the big thing they were working on, is just getting their tools back in their hand. Learning how to run from your holster, doing reloads, working on pistol stuff, rifle stuff, and just little things that you do it every couple weeks, you build up that muscle memory, so that way when shit does hit the fan, it's it's not a conscious thought of flick off my safety, start shooting. It's just, oh, contact in front of me, okay, and you're just you're reacting, you're not thinking.
100%. And a lot of people, they don't understand how much work it takes to drill in like a solid, efficient reload under pressure.
Yeah. No, I mean, Scott had a couple of them, but even, dude, he was an infantry member. He has fucking reloaded his rifle thousands of times, and even then, there was multiple times that day where it just didn't go well, and it takes a couple extra seconds. Like, and
absolutely,
because he doesn't drill it every single fucking day anymore. But those are things that, if shit's hitting the fan, you're gonna want to be able to put a new mag in pretty quick.
Absolutely, and that was one of my favorite things when it came to like the training that I did a couple years ago, where it's like literally you take one shot off, put holster back, wait for the command, do it again, drop the mag,
just
reload,
on, like, reaction
do it again,
timing and
right,
and stuff like that.
over and over, like to where, no joke, we were shooting so much lead, literally, like, dude, my forearms are sore just from the recoil all day. You know?
Yeah, just holding your rifle out, or your pistol out. I mean, dude, guns weigh stuff. It's a piece of steel. It's gonna start to tax you towards the end of the day. You
100%.
need to carry it a lot, just like paintball marker, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other thing I was gonna say, the other like quick drill that they did a little bit of, not a lot, but was stress shooting. So they would go do some push-ups, run like a lap back and forth, and then get on their rifle and shoot. So yeah, just training your body. Okay, your heart rate's elevated, you're out of breath. You know, how do you do these little small, you know, motions of putting your safety on and hitting the target. And again, things that you just want to practice. So that way, when that adrenaline dump comes through, like Sedar had at his fucking slapping the stick, and you know, you don't think anymore. It's just all second nature, and you're reacting, and you know, you and your boys get home safely.
Yep. And okay, one thing, Sedar, you told me you were getting into like hunting. Right, you were getting into some hunting and fishing, dude. Go elaborate on some of that.
Different ballpark, but okay.
For sure.
Still shooting. You shoot, right?
Still shooting for sure.
We're technically taking down them deers.
Yeah, no, there's no like real tactics, but there is like the communication of. I mean, like I've never gone hunting before. Like I just got my license, and my neighbor's been kind of like putting me under his wing per se.
Dude, his neighbor's crazy, bro.
He is not crazy. He's cool.
Made me move a fence.
He's a normal Texan.
First time I met this motherfucker, made me move a fence, made me lift a fence.
Yep. And then second time made him move him back.
Yep. But go ahead, Sedar.
No, so we've been fishing more, we've been hunting. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's like the tactics of like I didn't know what I was doing, so he's like explaining everything to me. And the tactics of like if there's two or a group of birds moving, like if we're on like the left or the right side of each other, like it's gonna be really hard to describe without like seeing or like the non like visual lookers. But if me is sitting here and him sitting at the back of the boat and like the ducks are flying like this way from like right to left, I'm in the front of the boat, so I'll shoot the front duck, and then he's in the back of the boat, so he'll shoot the back duck. So if I miss or like we both hit, we're not just obliterating the same duck. We end up having a chance of shooting two ducks. And so that's super cool. And yeah, like definitely missed my first shot. It happened so fast.
It's really funny to me. I remember, I've shot birds before, but mainly I've shot clays. I've shot thousands of clays in my life. And when you first go there, I remember watching, you know, the older members of the trap team, you know, they were shooting their rounds and just dusting every fucking one. And you're just like, oh, okay, this won't be that hard. I think my first round of trap I ever shot, I hit 3. I dropped 22 fucking birds. There's 25 shots you take in a round. I hit 3. Now, you know, 3 years later, I was doing way better. But it's definitely one of those things that it looks way fucking easier than it actually is to
absolutely, and
predict
a lot of it's
and be on and track and
a lot of it is muscle memory from it.
It was not as I actually was better at skeet shooting than I was at duck hunting, because the skeets, like I was able to like mentally like figure out and track it. I mean, I'm not like perfect. I'm not going like the Olympics, but I mean, like,
bird's a live animal.
Yeah,
it's got wings.
They're duck diving and weaving. Like it was pretty wild.
What choke are you using too?
I was using a modified. He had no choke, so I had a little bit more of a range. I mean, we weren't trying to shoot too far.
I mean, not even that far, but it's just like, yeah, you're when you don't have a choke, and what a choke does is it essentially makes your group of pellets tighter together. So instead of, you know, if you have no choke, they're going to come out and it's going to be kind of everywhere in front of you. It's not going to really be in a group. You know, when you start to use like full tactical chokes and the really big ones, it'll be like a ball of those BBs. Like it keeps them really tight together.
Yes.
That works for you. Because the other thing too,
I didn't really have a
birds,
choice.
Yeah, the other thing too with birds is you don't want to put 40 pellets into a bird, because you got to take every single one of those out to eat it. So it's like you want to kill it, you want to put it down, but you also don't want to absolutely obliterate the bird. So you have, you know, a slice of breast meat that you can actually eat later from it.
Just
Definitely.
Slug.
Yeah, and then
we're not hunting
reloading.
with slugs.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. I mean, it's only regulations 3 shots.
Yeah, you have to put you have to put the stick in.
Yeah, so you like shoot boom 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 like you're 3, and you're like quickly trying to load in. And you got like in like a
You know what a quad load yet?
No, I do not have the quick load. I got the pull the first one out, drop it in the boat, pull the second one out, put that one in, pull the third one out, drop that in the boat. Go back in the box and grab 2 more now that everything's gone. And all right, now I got to take my time and wait.
Yeah, nice.
I mastered that one.
Quad loads, for anyone who don't know, you stack up 4 shells in the palm of your hand and you go swipe, and they just go right into the tube. I can't do it. It's very fucking hard, all right? It's something you do only if you're like a 3-gun competitive shooter.
For sure.
But it's John Wick and it looks fucking cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Super dope.
The very first time I saw John Wick do that, I was like, damn, this guy, that shit is hard. Because
dude, the one that killed me, it was when he fucking goes to his match saver, which is that little shell that sits right by your breech. It's essentially just your like oh shit shell. Like if you just need one more, you can pop it in real quick and then you can, hit the round. When he used that in a gunfight, that's when I was like, all right, we've lost this. Like John Wick's just going fucking crazy. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but we've gone off the deep end with that series.
John, dude, I don't even know the plot to those movies anymore. Just kill.
So I just learned like right an hour before the podcast. Apparently, there's 2 dudes that wrote this bomb movie and they're filming it, and one of their investors backed out, and they needed like $6 million. And at that time, all the actors have already put in all the money they could. They like could not come up with any more money, and they were about to shut down. And then of all people, Eva Longoria was like, "Yeah, I'll give you guys the $6 million to film the movie." That movie, John Wick.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
And another YouTube.
Story.
Yeah, I was saying. Then another YouTube guy. He watches he watches movies at 0.5 speed, so like way slower.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he like was watching the John Wick series, and because Keanu spends like 8 hours a day, 7 days a week at a range, he's actually a really good gun handler in person.
Yeah. That's why John Wick looks as good as it does, is because it's Keanu actually doing those reloads. Like he's actually manipulating those weapons in a way to make it look very real, and then all you got to do is add some blood splatter and a nice CGI muzzle effect on it.
Absolutely, but all those reloads, all the movement, like is all him.
Yeah,
there's
go
a
watch
scene
the
where he
Tactical
grabs
videos. That's literally the range that he worked with. It's Terran Tactical. It's in Southern California. They teach a lot of actors, but I mean, yeah, he is a legit professional 3-gun shooter at this point. I would consider him
for sure. I do the clips of him like going through his range, like actually going through like a firearm obstacle. That stuff is so badass to see.
Yeah, and that's also why I think John Wick's so good, because you don't have to cover up the action so much. If you ever watch, older action movies from the 2000s, half of the time when you get to a fist fight, any Jason Bourne movie ever, you can't see half the fist fight because Matt Damon can't fucking fight. So when you have an actor who can actually do the thing, you don't have to constantly fucking cut away to the double and then cut back to him and then get different coverage. And yeah, it just allows you to be a lot more creative.
100%. And
what did that make you think of, Brandon? You're looking something up.
Jet Li in I don't know what movie it was, but was it Unleashed or the one? He gets in a fist fight in a fucking like a half bath. So it's just a toilet, right? And it's so tight, and they have like 3 different angles of it, like where the door is, but the door's shut. The door is from top down, and then where the toilet is, and it was just it's quick cuts, but it's like still all in view,
My
really
favorite thing about, and this is going to relate to what you just said, my favorite thing about modern day UFC and MMA is realizing that all of those kung fu masters don't know shit and would die in an actual street fight. That's my favorite thing about it.
Have you guys ever seen this video? This is like early 2000s video where it's this old man, and he is basically like doing like some Tai Chi shit, and he's like, I can block every hit, just by using my energy. Right? And then an MMA fighter's like, my
friend fucking Colby Covington, and he's about to fucking cave your face in, brother.
Yeah. Is that the guy's name?
No, Colby's a fighter today. If it was a while ago,
okay,
probably
gotcha.
was
Yeah,
not
this
him.
dude,
But
where this guy, and the guy is like, they're both sitting there on their knees, kind of
we
like.
get the point of the video. He punches the fuck out of him, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
I mean, dude, that's my favorite thing with MMA is just seeing that, like, every Asian karate kung fu movie you saw is all bullshit and none of it's real, and they would actually get their, ass kicked by a BJJ practitioner.
Absolutely, 100%. But
again, you guys don't watch MMA or don't watch any sports that's not paintball. So another time I bring up sports, it's just a dead end conversation from the sidelines. You don't need cable. It's called fucking Stream East and Cracked Sports.
Cracked Sports. What's Cracked Sports?
Cracked Streams. That's what I'm thinking of.
Cracked
not Cracked
Streams.
Sports.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. I assume that's like the
I'll
one
have
that
to
like
look into some of
that
that.
streams
No,
all
these
all
are
the
places
matches.
where you can find. No,
I bought one in college, Vandalay Silva fight.
I'm sorry. This is so funny to me. This shows me how little you guys watch sports, because Stream East and Crack Streams, those are the biggest like pirated websites that you go to watch basketball, football, tennis, like any type of sport.
Can we watch
And I
the
love
Super Bowl on
Hatch's
there?
response is like, "Oh, is that where you watch MMA?" It's like, no,
I don't know.
man. Boys, please watch sports, please. You're killing me.
No, I got
Fuck,
you.
I want to talk baseball.
No,
This
no,
games are going
hey.
to Sacramento, and I
No,
moved away.
all I
and
know-
I don't get to watch them.
All I
I'm
know is
crashing out.
Luka got traded, bro. Luka got traded to the Lakers. That's all I know.
That's the one I don't want to hear you talk about, because my hot take on that is every fucking Mavs fan who's on suicide watch right now, grow the fuck up, all right? That's been my life since I was fucking a child. I've been a Kings fan and an A's fan, all right? Every single time I had a favorite player as a 12-year-old kid, they fucking traded them the next season. Josh Reddick, he went to the fucking Astros. Fucking Josh Donaldson, he went to the fucking Toronto Blue Jays. Fucking Steven Vogt, he got fucking shipped off to be the fucking manager of Cleveland Guardians. I can keep going, okay? Fuck you, Luka fans. You finally feel the pain of being an actual sports team fan who doesn't get lucky by having Mark Cuban drop billions of dollars a year on your franchise. That's my hot take on the Luka trade.
Nice.
Man, that's coming in hot.
I thought it was funny because, dude, there were so many videos of people like reacting. They're like calling their friends, and they're like, "Dude,
The Kings literally
Did
just
you
lost
just
our
see-
best star player we've had in years, and you don't see us fucking crying, all right? We're
No.
used to this shit. We have been fucking told and grown from an early age to understand that our owners are gonna fuck us every way along the way.
damn, Ryan, you are really speaking with your
Jim
heart, bro.
Fisher's
I love
pissed me
it."
the fuck off, bro. God damn it. The Oakland A's are a part of my fucking childhood. My grandfather, I'm so happy he's not here to fucking see what he did to his fucking favorite baseball team. God damn it. Rest my fucking grandfather's soul. Jesus Christ.
Keep going.
Yep.
No, I'm good.
I think you're on a roll.
This is all I
Like,
got. This is all I got. The Oakland A's, I let it out. I've been holding on that for a while. Fuck Jim Fisher. Sell the team, you piece of shit.
All right.
all right.
We're
Okay,
flipping that,
okay.
Sending it straight to him. Fuck that guy. Fuck you.
No, I'm not the only one who's been saying that. There's a lot of people who've been telling him that over the past year. I'm just gonna put that out there too.
What was
It's
it-
not
what
an
was his
original
name?
thought.
Fisher.
Jim Fisher, I'm pretty
Jim
sure.
Fisher.
Jim Fisher.
Jim Fisher, yeah.
All right. Well, if I didn't have the code word already, it would be "fuck Jim Fisher." But I already have.
Well,
I already
still,
have the
fuck
code
Jim
word.
Fisher. Do you guys
Yeah,
know
still.
the opening day for the A's playing in Sacramento sold out within like 5 minutes?
Really?
Fucking,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
sad to me. Literally by
crazy.
fucking the 1 year I decided to leave. I finally decided to get up and go. I miss my favorite team coming and playing in the city that I grew up in. Oh,
It's
well.
okay. Whatever.
I know none of you care, and that's okay.
I went to an A's
Someone in
game.
the audience
It was-
cares.
It was
Right.
not the
Someone in
last
the
one.
audience
It
is
was
there
not
with
the
me.
last
Of course I care, Ryan. Of course
If anything,
I care.
I know Lastro cares because he's been a UT fan, and for years they've been miserable, and now they're good again. So he has to feel that a little bit.
We have a chance.
Exactly. Brandon, are you
Nice.
getting robbed right now? What's going on?
I don't know. There was some yelling and Dova's barking downstairs, so I have no
So
idea.
you're
But
getting
it was,
robbed
might be.
right
You
now.
might be.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It was in Spanish. Whatever.
You'll let
they got
Michelle
it.
handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got their
Nice.
switchblades.
Let's be real, Brandon. If someone breaks in, Michelle is handling it. It's not gonna be you.
Damn straight.
Babe, get
Nah,
the pat.
She wears the pants.
No, she's just gonna throw a sandal at him, and he's gonna run away.
They're called
Yeah.
chanclas.
Here, take mine. Take mine.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
The
Chancla, whatever, there you
chanclas.
go.
It's a half size bigger.
But yes, boys. I guess one last thing, kind of the update on the PSA series. We've been talking about this every episode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have officially got back an email saying that my first drop off has been graded. So hopefully later this week I'll be able to pick that up and have
How
my
long
first
ago?
cards. I dropped those off December 9th.
Oh, that's actually not even that long. I guess that's February. I guess it's
Over
February
2
now.
months. That is a bit of time to wait
guess
for
it's
something to
February
come back. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to pick those up next week's show. We'll have those to show off. So yeah, and then there's more that it's going to be coming back, but this is the first drop off of about 4 or 5 I've done so far.
So this week on Saturday, this past weekend, we went to the mall and there was a guy put up a kiosk of selling like sports memorabilia and had a whole thing of cards and everything and some graded. And I walked over when I used the bathroom. Michelle went into a store. I came out before I went looking for her. I walked over to and just looking, and there's another guy, younger guy, looking at all the cards. He has his phone out, and then like Dude, he's looking at him. He has like 3 cards in his hand, all graded. He's looking at other ones. He like goes to his phone and he looking on his phone. Then he goes, "Hey, you're selling this card for, I don't know, $20 on eBay right now. The highest grade, like grade 9, is selling for $12, and this is a grade 6. You know, like, what gives? Like, can I get it for this price?" kind of thing. I was like, "Damn, that's."
No.
All right.
Brandon's internet failed us. But, yeah, dude, not going to lie, that's one of the reasons I kind of hate sports cards. And, like, I don't really want to sell and flip sports cards all that much because, okay, so I sold the Conor McGregor card. We talked about that on the show. I pulled a 1 of 50 autographed Conor McGregor cards from a set of UFC cards. Bro, I listed that thing for what market value was. The previous sales on eBay were all sitting right around the $400 range. There was one that was higher up around $500, but I think someone, you know, they got crazy with their bids. You know, I don't think that was a true market value cost. I had people offering me nonstop half of that market value, and like they were
thinking that's
like,
fine.
Hey man, yeah, you know, you got it listed for 4. I can do 175. Is that cool? And I was
X
just
plus
like,
cash.
No, that's not cool. The market value's this. I understand if you're okay. If I'm saying it's 450 and you got a 425, that's a reasonable offer. I feel like, you know, it's like, hey, this is all I can do for it. Would you do that? Okay, fine. But bro, the people who come at you like, okay, I can pay 60% of market value. Would you take that offer? No, I'm not that fucking desperate, bro. I'd rather just hold on to the card for the next 2 years and watch it grow in value. Like,
yeah,
I'm chilling.
Someone's got to buy it.
And that's a whole thing with the sports card world is people only want to buy cards at like 60% market value, which is weird to me because then why is the market value a certain thing?
Yeah.
Why isn't the price just 70% of what it should be? Like I've never understood that with TCG games. They're fine. People aren't doing that shit as much. I'm not seeing fucking, you know, all right, here's an Umbreon. I'll you know, give you $10 for it. It's like, no, it's a $400 card. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just crazy watching it live.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing too. People, you know, they comp stuff out. They'll see what you got it at. They'll see what it's valued on eBay and stuff like that. And that stuff kind of pisses me off too, because like you don't know what he got that card for. Like maybe maybe he got a bad deal on it, so that's what his price is. That's what he has to sell on it to, you know, essentially make his cost of margin and all this stuff. If you don't like that, go buy it somewhere else. Yeah, like you like that's what he's asking for his card, and if you don't like that, fine. So yeah, that's that whole part of the sports card industry is really annoying to me.
Mm-hmm. You know, I want to get into cards like that, but I'm just like, it's just I want to try. Maybe you get
the biggest thing is, Hatch. If you look at Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you're like, I think that's sick. When I look at the art on these cards, I love it. Then I'm going to say, go buy some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, my thing and my advice always is, shout out Logan. I got a call from Logan and Caden 2 days ago begging me to find where Prismatic Evolutions is. It's the latest Pokemon set you can't find right now. And I just straight up told him, I'm like, are you guys sure you even want this? Like, you just want to get a card that's worth $1,500. You don't really like the card. And by the way, your odds of pulling that from Prismatic are incredibly low. It's about 1 in 1,000 packs get you one of the cool SIRs in the set. So, good luck.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, there's always a chance you're not gonna hit it. But my thing is always like, all right, pull up a site like TCG Player. TCG Player is a great website if you are interested in any type of card game. They have it on there. Star Wars Ultimate, fucking Lorcana, fucking Magic the Gathering, everything's on there. Go on there and just look through, you know, sets of cards. You know, like, all right, what's the last couple Pokemon sets? Is there any cards that I like out of there? If there's a set where you're like, oh, I only like a couple cards, consider getting them as singles. You know, if it's a $20 card, it's better to spend $20 on it than $80 trying to rip packs for it. But if there's like a set that you see and you're like, oh, I like a lot of cards in this set. Oh, cool. I just want to collect all of it. All right, then grab yourself a booster box and see what you get and then go from there. But my biggest advice is always just see if it interests you. You know, if it's something you're looking into, then sick. On my radar right now, and I'm not looking for packs, I'm looking for singles. I'm trying to find a really cool card of Maxine Dupree. We've talked about it on the show before, but Maxine Dupree, I actually grew up with her. She's a WWE, I think Diva is what they're called. But okay. She was in the Royal Rumble last week in Indianapolis.
Nice.
But I grew up with her. We were dance partners back in the day, and yeah, she's an awesome person. it's weird because I want to say her name. That's not actually her name, but she goes by Maxine Dupree now. But I want to find like a cool, 1 of 10 or something of one of her cards and get in a slab, because then that's, to me, it's kind of cool to be like, oh, that's a slab of a person that I met growing up, and I spent a couple years of my life around. It's cool that they're
even more
on a
special for
card
sure.
now that I have it. So that's that's where I'm looking for right now.
Would you be able to get that autographed for your own collection?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you saw her, for sure, she'd probably be like,
not
oh,
even
Ryan.
that. I still have her number. We've talked recently because I've
So good friend.
things I'm not trying to say. Not. It's one of those things.
okay,
I'm not
you
trying
know
to
her.
claim clout.
She
I'm
knows
not trying
you.
to say we're best friends or anything like that, but
You're having a sleepover later on this week.
We spent numerous, days of our lives together, fucking as dance partners, and
Well, you gotta be careful with that one.
Dude, there was multiple times where,
Did Brando freeze or did I catch him off guard?
No, you caught him off guard. There was one competition where my hands were stained orange from her spray tan that she got before the event, because she got it way too early, or like way too right before the event. And so I just remember coming off stage, my hands were like this weird metallic orange color, and I was like, gotta fuck. Okay, well, I gotta bleep that now. Let me get a time code. It was gonna happen eventually. Let's get a time code on that one. But yeah, so yeah, she's an awesome person. Out of anyone I ever met in that dance world, the only person who I could ever imagine being tough enough to get into a ring and fucking throw some people around and get thrown around herself. So yeah, go look up some of the stuff she's done recently, because yeah, Maxine Dupree, she's doing some cool things in the
Maxine
WWE
Dupree.
world.
That sounds like a pretty sick name, not gonna lie.
Yeah, she goes by Max.
To be fair,
Max.
you look her up. It links her Instagram, and her Instagram has her real name.
Her TikTok also does too. It's one of those things. It's like
You don't
I
want
don't
to.
know
Yeah,
what she
yeah.
wants to be
Yeah,
called.
you're just
so I
trying to
go
be-
by her
yeah,
stage
okay.
name,
Yeah,
you know?
feel
You're just trying to be courteous. You're just trying to be courteous.
I'm not gonna dox someone if they don't want to be, doxed.
Absolutely.
So
It's
yeah,
very courteous
but,
of you, Ryan.
But yeah, so I
Completely
guess
opposite
that's
of
on
me.
my
Doxing everyone.
list of things I'm looking for right now.
So WWE has a card pack out right now?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Okay.
WWE, they have cards in general. Tops have done cards for them.
Do they have a pack out like right now that's like popular?
They
Hulk
do.
Hogan?
I mean, they just dropped their Tops 2025 Chrome, and Chrome, that's just a special version of cards they do that have like this very reflective metal kind of looking finish on them. They're very cool
Gotcha.
cards. But that just came out. I wouldn't really want to do that. I just want to find a cool card. Like I've looked up some of her cards. She has some cool parallels, some like full arts where she's like posing and it looks cool. But yeah, so that's kind of my next target for sports cards and stuff
Nice.
like that. But yeah,
Sedar, are you a collector?
I used to collect Pokemon cards. I think now I collect expensive hobbies.
He does
That's all good.
indeed collect expensive hobbies.
It's bad. This
Paintball
season
is.
was expensive.
What's more expensive, fishing or paintball?
Oh, for sure, fucking fishing.
Yeah.
We just went to a fishing store yesterday, and so paintball, you can like, there's like the scenario, the speedball, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with fishing. You got like your freshwater, your saltwater, but then even like within your saltwater, you've got like your regular striper, like your halibut, which are like some like big old like flounder looking fish, and then you got like tuna, and then you've got like albacore tuna, which are like 30, 40 pounds, maybe even 50.
Okay.
And you got like the bluefin. Those are the ones that are like fucking 6, 8, 9 feet long. That are like $50,000, like
Very
a couple hundred
expensive,
pounds.
yeah.
I heard the most expensive
Very.
tuna actually got sold at auction like maybe a couple weeks ago. That was like over $1 million.
I believe it for
Yeah.
sure.
the high
Yeah,
quality
it's
sashimi grade.
crazy. And so I'm looking at some of these reels, and like a small tuna reel, like we're talking like this big by like this long, was like $750. The
Damn.
rods are like $600, and they're insane. And like
It's all carbon fiber.
those aren't even the most expensive. Like by all said and done, like the line was like $250 for like 100 yards, and you need thousands
Holy
of
shit.
feet. Like you need like 1,000 yards on
Well,
like
'cause
a
it-
big tuna rig.
It's just one of those things, like it's very specialized materials.
Yeah.
When you're fighting, swordfish, like that's another one that's very popular for
Yep.
sport
Marlin.
fishing. Dude,
Marlin,
those
yep.
things are fucking strong. Like
Those
they
are
will
literally
fucking-
athletes of the ocean.
They
Yeah,
will pull a
you'll-
boat. Like, they
Yeah.
will move the boat. That's how fucking strong they are. So, yeah, you need a fucking piece of filament wire that can handle 800 pounds of tug strength on it. And it turns out that's not a cheap wire to make.
No, and like,
it's-
dude, literally, that's like the equivalent of like an entire like NFL football team pulling against you. You know, it's like that. There's so much.
Not quite.
Not quite. Well, I don't know. I don't know fish power scaling.
I mean,
That's like a
I think the
horsepower.
world record marlin was like 1,800
Marlin power.
pounds. Like that's a big fish, but
How much?
it's rare. I think it was like 1,800
Okay.
pounds. Like this thing was huge.
Okay, for
And it
someone
was like
like
100 years ago.
someone like me that doesn't fish, how much TNT would that? Well, how much dynamite would that take to take that out? For
Well, it's in water, so
Is it
not
already
much.
in the water, like, in the
compresses,
boat?
so yeah.
Yeah, you
Or
wouldn't have
just
you wouldn't
enough
need
that I
much.
could like sink a sword in.
Yeah,
into.
you wouldn't need much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sink a
Fishing
sword
with
into?
dynamite, you literally just
It just with like the
Yeah,
shockwave.
You
Yeah,
just need it shocked
obliterate
real quick.
it. Yeah.
How do they
You
monitor
don't even
that in
need
the open
dynamite.
ocean?
just
Um,
it's salt water. Just put generator leads in there.
Yeah, you kind of can't. But if you get caught with
everything.
it, that's what I'm.
What are you,
So
what are you
that's
ta-
what I'm finding
You
out.
can do whatever you want. See?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
America.
So that's what I'm
Valid.
finding out, Hatch. So once you get out at dock, no one really cares what you're taking out. They're watching you when you're bringing back in.
Yep.
So if you're bringing dynamite out, you better not have any more dynamite when you're coming back in.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
So also goes with the implication: you take someone out, you don't come with them back. They know what's up.
I
Yeah, because of the
also learned the
implication.
best way to dispose of a body.
Yeah. Well, that's what the implication is.
Okay, you want to know a really good way I've heard to get rid of a body?
He doesn't get it, Brandon. He doesn't get the joke. He doesn't get the reference. Not at all.
I
He
know.
doesn't
Sorry.
get what the implication
We're
is.
here. We're here.
No,
We're
It's
here.
okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. Hey, Hatch, you want to go out on a boat next week?
Well, actually, if you guys are telling me
Motherfucker
that,
better put out.
obviously not fucking saying some bullshit like that. Obviously not. Fucking crazy.
It's an
people.
episode in Always Sunny where Dennis explains to Mac that you can fuck women very easily on boats because there's the
Oh, we
implication that
talked about
something may
this.
go wrong and that no one
We've
will
talked
know
about
it
this.
because you're in the middle of the ocean. Watch Always Sunny. Goddamn. All right. Sorry.
No, you told me that. You told me that specific
Literally
one
that
before.
exchange. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually feel like Hatch would like Always Sunny.
I've told him this many times. He would
Yeah.
love it.
Okay,
He'd be a big fan.
Hatch, next sleepover, we skip Attack on Titan
No,
or Vinland
bro.
Saga,
No.
and we do some Sunny.
No,
Things
bro.
Sears ever
No,
fucking said.
no.
I love
I
it.
guarantee you're gonna get outvoted in this situation, Cedar. You're
Hey,
going to get
hey.
outvoted.
No, you're not.
You know what?
House
Yes.
rules, bro.
Oh, but Yvonne's the other half. Yvonne's the other half.
no,
I
no,
guarantee
wait.
she'll be like, I want to see. I need
Hey,
some Attack on Titan.
I'll come over that next sleepover, and I'm voting for Always Sunny.
No, dude.
Sick.
Because the thing is, dude. Then
It's
Michelle
gotta
will be
be-
there. Then she'll vote against you. You're getting outvoted, bro.
It's got to be. What was the episode where Mac makes a movie? What did they call it?
I was thinking the poop
got
in the
you.
futon scene because that was fucking hilarious.
I can't remember which
Poop in
one
the
you're talking about.
futon?
But
What the
fuck,
fuck?
like,
They're sleeping on the couch and they're like kind of trying to figure out who keeps on pooping in the bed.
Cedar, stop talking because you're giving him the wrong idea of the show. It's
That is
not
true.
a
Okay, that was
disgusting
pretty
humor
funny.
show.
No, I didn't think it was
Funny
disgusting.
moment.
That's funny.
It's not meant to be like a poop and stuff like that. It's just a very well-written comedy show. I can't
Why,
think
is
of
it
the
like
name of this
Workaholics?
episode. Maximum Thunder or
Yeah.
something like that? Maximum Thunder.
I'm
Mac
looking
does
for it.
blackface in it. That's all I'm trying to
Yes.
say. Okay, that's the whole build up to this. It's an
Nice,
episode
hell
where Mac
yeah.
does
No, no,
blackface.
you can't find it anymore.
Yeah, well, they took off Hulu. You can still find it.
It's streaming. All right, yeah, my bad. Look,
You can
look.
find anything on the internet,
Yes,
Brandon.
yes, you can. But if you're trying to watch it, you can, yeah.
But
They
yes,
took it out?
Always Sunny, great show. We tell
Probably
you
just
every
that
week you need to
episode.
watch it. I watched Vinland Saga. I haven't watched episode 2 yet, but I'll watch episode 2. I'll trade one episode for one episode. Is that fair, Hatch?
Hey, you know what? Hey, check me out. Bow. Respect.
Okay, I think that's fair. Thank you,
I
buddy.
think that's fair, yeah.
It's a big build up.
You're not gonna bow back? What the fuck? This is Elden Ring rules, bro.
What?
Thank you, Papa. Thank you. He understands.
Okay. I'm trying to end the podcast, bro. I'm fucking.
Never, bro. Yo, forever.
No,
go
the
forever.
show ends because we do 2 hours here and then we do another 30 minutes for the fucking
No, dude.
post-show
What is
members.
the F in FTS stands for forever.
No, it
That
doesn't.
works. That's one word.
But yes, guys, we got to get to the end of the show. Cool guy of the week. Cool guy of the week. It's time for that, Brandon.
Let's see
Cool
it.
guy of the
Just
week.
sent it in the chat. This is a shout out to
This is a work of art.
Jeff Andre.
This
right?
is bullshit.
Yeah.
Jeff Andre. He is a federal officer.
It says
Wait a
page not found. What? Oh,
What?
Oh, I see it.
I'm
Oh, here
looking
it is.
at it.
Statutes
What?
come
A
up.
New
Okay.
York
You
fugitive
got it?
was
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
vacationing
Here
in
we go.
Disney World after.
It's
No.
his cool guy of the week,
Relax.
bro.
Sorry.
Yes. So an officer was from New York, went on vacation to Disney World in Florida, and while he was there, he noticed that he recognized someone that was on the run for like I think a whole year.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, for a year, was on the run from them, and hit up the local law enforcement. Said that they had a warrant out for his arrest and picked him up. There's even I'm gonna link the
There's a video.
the video of it.
There's a
Yeah,
video. I have to say the best part that you're missing right here. Jeff Andre, he is a federal officer, but not with the branch that you'd be thinking of.
Look,
He is a federal officer with the United States Postal Inspection
Absolutely.
Service.
look, he's a badass.
Thank you for your service,
We
brother.
salute.
Thank
No
you for
one's
your
checking
service.
the mail. I thought
No.
no one was checking the mail, Brandon.
He is the one checking the
He's
mail.
checking the mail.
This guy got FTS Russia too.
Fuck
Motherfucker.
this dude. He put Kyle
Actually,
away. Fuck this guy.
we're making connections. You know what? Uncool guy.
This
of the
same
week.
guy.
Yeah,
This same
he
guy
is not
took
the
someone
cool
out.
Guy of the week. He is a United States postal worker snitch. Fuck this dude.
Fuck this motherfucker.
What?
Fucking piece of
the
shit.
dude he arrested. What? All he did was, let's see, fraudulently
Fraud?
obtain about
Yeah.
$150,000 in COVID relief loans. Oh, that's not that bad. You
So
know?
is every
They
hospital
for
ever,
sure
buddy.
spent more than that.
Who
to
hasn't
get
done
him.
that?
Exactly, Brandon. You throw stones while you sit in a glass house over there using hospital money.
It's
Yeah,
not.
we asked the
Allegedly.
stats.
Still identity. Yeah.
No, we asked the stats on how much medical equipment you
Allegedly.
would have. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That is an in-play you're holding. I don't know if you should have that. We'll talk about
whatever.
that post-show. Post-show.
It's funny
but
that
yeah.
that thing of the that picture where it's like Disney Animal Kingdom. Have you guys ever seen those videos where they have their girlfriend stand in front of the IM, so it says
Yeah.
Anal Kingdom?
Yeah.
No, I've seen
I
the
love
photo,
those, bro.
but I haven't seen the video.
I love
And
those.
I've stood outside that sign. Yeah. Well, okay. Cool guy of the week, Jeff Andre. I don't know if you're my cool guy of the week, but you're Brandon's cool guy of the week. You fucking postal service snitch. Good job, bro. What's the code word of the week, Hatch? You can
Ready for
actually
this
slide
one?
out a screen on this one.
Ready for this one? Check me out. Boom! You probably can't see it, but it says Madagascar. That's Cedar's dog's name. That's Cedar's dog's name.
There's no context for
No
that at all.
context, baby.
We didn't talk
Madagascar.
about his dog once, but okay, Madagascar.
We did.
We did. He
I
said,
got
he
her.
said once. He's like, since I was on the podcast last, I got a new dog.
True.
And she was pampered, so twice.
Sometimes the pre-show commitments to the code word work out. I don't know if tonight's did, but that's okay.
I tried.
Madagascar.
I mean, she
tried.
can make a guest appearance real quick. She's been clawing at the door the whole time.
I don't know if we could see because your beautiful background, your library that
Let's
you're
see it.
sitting
I
in
would
front
love
of.
to see
Alright, one
Madagascar, bro. No bullshit. It is insane how much she looks like Callie, bro. It is insane.
All right. Well, while he's grabbing her, let me remind our guests out there, our fans out there, people who are listening to this, listeners. That's the word I'm looking for. You guys got to go ahead and rate the show, subscribe to it on whatever platform you're listening. Biggest thing with rating, guys, we ask every week. There's a reason. It's free to do. It takes about 10 seconds. You got to just hit 5 stars. All you got to do, it helps us out immensely. It puts us higher up in the algorithm, makes other people be able to see the show. So please, I ask, if you got to do one thing for us, just drop a rating. You could have had it done already. Just do it in the time I tell you to do it. We'd really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe as well on those platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all the good ones. Patreon.com/Mafia_Productions. That's where you get access to the post show. That's where you get access to the show early and before everyone else. You get ad-free versions, bonus content as well when it's available. There's a lot of great things over on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Mafia_Productions. Go get signed up today. Merchandise, we're still waiting on XXV. They're completing their whole update thing that they're doing. Hopefully it goes well for them. We will have more information when that comes out when that comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And we also got our sponsors, liquidiv.com. Head over to liquidiv, promo code Mafia_Mafia with them. 20% off and free shipping at checkout. Make sure you throw, whatever you want in your cart. Some of the immunity boosters, some of the energy version, some of the sugar or sugar-free. Those work as well. We also have NECTR Energy, NECTR.energy. We'll show off the can one more time. Boom. Awesome, great little energy pouch. We use them here on the show. They keep us, keep our brains going. But fuck, I've been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes already. My brain's done. We also last have Welts Clothing, weltsclothing.com. Head over there, promo code FTS. Save yourself some money at Welts Clothing. All right, boys. Well, that's all of our sponsors. That's all of our thing. Oh, yeah, Sedar. He's got the dog.
Subscribe, or this dog gets it.
It's
don't. We can't let the dog get got. Like and subscribe.
It's literally a copy and paste of your old dog. Was not expecting that. But
okay. It's brown. There's brown on it.
Dude, yeah, we got brown in this one.
We can't see
and
that
she's
because
bilingual.
you're in green light with a green screen on. It's not going very well.
One sec.
I never even noticed that, actually. It's funny.
White light. Let's go.
God damn it.
We got some brown on this one. And she knows a little bit of Spanish.
Nice.
Spicy.
Bilingual.
That's all definitely from your ex-girlfriend. That has nothing to do with you.
Actually, it's our cousin.
Well, there you go. See, I was right. All right, boys. Well, guys, we're ending the show. The show's over. Stop talking. Stop bringing up random points. Sedar, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was a great time with you again tonight. It was a fun time. Glad we can get you back on. I know it's been a couple years, but yeah, got the update for everyone. For my co-hosts, Brandon Brando, Baird, and Stephen Hatch. For our special guests, I guess Chris Sedar. It's weird. I never say his first name, but that is his name. I always say Papa,
dude. It just feels weird to
Chris
say
Sedar.
Chris.
It's just
Papa.
like you, Stephen Hatch. We never say that name. My name is Ryan Mafia Moffitt, and this has been From the Sidelines, episode number 132. Hatch, go ahead and do that thing you do.
Bye.
See you guys later.